Sayo. All right, welcome back to my channel. So we are back again. Like I told you that I will come back. I did not just make that official. I just put it in the kind of maybe not. But finally, we are back again. So go through another program. I appreciate all of you that are here already. And let me start from the beginning. JJ, greetings to you, JJ. You're welcome. And Kevin, I see you, Kevin. You're welcome. Margaret, our own sister. Thank you so much. And I'm a Margaret. Thank you so much. Then James, I see you. You're welcome, James. Margaret again. Igbo Biafrans music is the best. Okay, Igbo Biafran music is the best in the world. Yeah, you're not far from the truth. Our own Didon. Didon, I see you. You're welcome, Didon. Kai, how is everything going on your side? One came at Negoli. I just did, my brother. Thank you so much. He said, I like this boy's music. He's trying. Highly talented guy. Alfonso, I greet to you. You're welcome. Money Man is in the house. Mbede Oma Mazakai, Ndeo Money Man. You're welcome. I see you. Jude Chijoke. I see you, Jude. You're welcome. Ifo, I don't understand. Ifo Mazakai. Please, I think what you want to say is in Ndeo. Yeah, not Ndeo Mazakai. Okay. And again, time good say good work, brother. Thank you so much. So these are people that have made comments so far in this live broadcast. I want to use the opportunity to appreciate our brother. Please help me, wish our own brother Oliver Hillary a happy birthday. He's celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I really appreciate it. I pray for you that God will grant you long life and prosperity, and of course, give you good health and happy family. Many more years ahead of you. Thank you so much for letting us know and celebrate with you. Okay, so we are going to start the program without wasting much time. I want to say something. This video is not I'm a Christian, all right? And the issue of Christian genocide has been a very big issue. But just like when an Igbo man says that we are not being marginalized, that's how I feel when a Christian said there's no Christian genocide. So please, this video, I want you to watch it. Maybe you have seen it, maybe you have not. Hear this.
Is what the DRC was going through maybe 15, 20 years ago for the same reasons, and it's been organized by the exact same people. For the longest time, there is a misconception that the natural resource wealth of Nigeria is concentrated in the Niger Delta region or in the southern part of Nigeria. That is completely untrue. The bulk of Nigeria's natural resource endowment is actually concentrated in the north and the middle belt, specifically the middle belt. There's a very large amount of artisanal, what we call artisanal mining going on there, which is a fancy term for illegal mining. It's a huge business with involvement from every player you can imagine. European, American, Australian, Canadian, Chinese, everybody has a stake in this thing.
In law, that may be a secondary evidence. I'm not completely countenancing his opinion. There are vestiges of truth in some areas, of course, because you cannot completely divorce conspiracy theories from this. But as it relates to us, he never really got it right. It's a matter of direct evidence. Some of us hold direct evidence. He has hold, what is holding the secondary evidence? Research, check. We were dealing with the people who are killing us directly. They told us why they are killing us. I come from a local government that is the center of gravity of these killings in Benue, Guma local government.
The people who are responsible for this, I guess you can call it the genocide against indigenous people in these areas of the middle belt and northern Nigeria, are the extractors. They are white men who come from the US, they come from Canada, they come from Australia, they come from all over. And their job is to ensure that they extract and that you get as little benefits from that extraction as possible. This guy who is working for some American guy that has an interest in destabilizing Benue or wherever, then comes and says, oh, it's my village or whatever, and he's not disclosing to you that he has an economic interest in selling this narrative and that he's literally working for the very white people, who are destabilizing Nigeria. He's actively working for them and then pretending that he's a good guy. He's on the side of the oppressed people. He's trying to save his village. Meanwhile, I can see very clearly what is going on here. You are dealing with someone who is getting paid to say certain things. He's not saying these things for free.
I've been one of the most vociferous voices.
Okay, let me come in here because I know many of somehow maybe you don't understand what this video is all about. I will take it back. I try to play it so that you can just establish what the video is all about. Then I'm gonna go back and I will introduce some of them to you. I don't know where this lady come from. She's the one that's hosting them, all right, on his platform. Then this guy here is called Frank from Yerewata, Benue State. The one here, if you follow PM very closely, you will know that
he's actually concentrated.
He was also on PM, attacking PM. Some time ago, he claimed that he has calculated the amount of money PM, USB government, will bring it, generating of through fundraising and all that. This is so-called researcher, he called himself, from Oyo State, Yoruba land. Okay? Now, this guy claimed that he knows in and out of what the problem of Nigeria when it comes to insecurity. To him, the people that are causing this and forwarding it are America, Canada, and all that. Why did he choose to mention those places? These are countries that are very, very vocal, condemning the atrocities going on in Nigeria as we speak. He preferred to push the narrative back to them, despite having seen some private jets dropping weapons in the bushes. And when you take a closer look at them, you can tell that these guys are Arabians. Turkey, Yemen, what is the name of the other guy? The other country that they look so white, but they are very, very, cheap. Lebanon. All right. He don't mention those areas. He don't talk about Iran. But he prefer to tell you that it's a minor. People mining gold and uranium, all that are the people funding insecurity. Whereas we all know that any country that want to engage this terrorism will do it. That is not a fact. Imagine you have access to fighter jets, all kind of ammunition. You have the money, you have the people where to buy it, you will recognize sovereign nation, but you are selecting the kind of weapon you want to throw to people that are giving you security. Think about it. It's not just happened 1 year, 2 years. This has been since the time of Jonathan, of course. It started from Yar'Adua. Immediately after Obasanjo left office, they started. During the time of Obasanjo, some of us, let me tell you this thing, because Some of us know. Fulani people are known for revenge, to retaliate something, right? During the time of Obasanjo, Niger Delta Avengers started. And because of the compensation from federal government, Fulani was like, really? So we mean if we can mobilize our boys and disrupt something, there's some benefit from that. Are you following now? That's how they started mobilizing, sponsoring their boys to start this kind of thing. During the time of Obasanjo, ended Avengers by settling them and giving free education for them to fly outside the country. Remember, those Niger Deltas are the people where the source, the mineral resources come from. Fulani don't care. What they did is, okay, let us mobilize our own and start something for us to receive compensation, just like Niger Delta people receive their own. That is what they did. Then again, in Kwara State, OPC was facing them to stop them from invading or conquering their place. They also somehow manipulate their way by deceiving Obasanjo to use his own presidential military force, whatever, to stop OPC. And Obasanjo stopped it because of his political gain, because of second term and all that. Then Fulani begin to grow like a wildfire, step by step. Someone said, No, Obasanjo did, but Obasanjo also did. Obasanjo was also trying to do something. Yes, he handed it over to Yar'Adua. Yar'Adua also did something about it to stop them to do one or two things to quench it. Fulani capitalized on that to do their own. Now that they have grown to the extent they now have foreign, sponsors and all that. This guy is here telling you that there's nothing like genocide. His name is David. And when the issue of this banditry terrorism started, they tagged it farmers herders clash, right? Not minor issue, minors. No, they called it farmers herders clash. Now that everybody is now, how many of them are making that argument again? That is actually climate change, farmers herders clash. That no, it's no longer that. The narrative has moved to, it's actually funded by Americans. Am I saying the American did not fund it? No, I'm not saying that. But whether American, were funding it or funding it somehow, directly or indirectly, it is there. The possibility is there because of the role that Obama played. We all know this. But for sake of clarity, I have told you who the guy is, and Frank is here. Of course, the host is here. Now, let's go back again and pick it one by one.
Through now is what the DRC was going through maybe 15, 20 years ago for the same reasons, and it's been organized by the exact same people. For the longest time, there was a misconception that the natural resource wealth of Nigeria is concentrated in the Niger Delta region or in the southern part of Nigeria. That is completely untrue. The bulk of Nigeria's natural resource endowment is actually concentrated in the north and the middle belt, specifically the middle belt. There's a very
now the natural endowment of Nigeria. There is this notion that is actually based in the southern part and in the middle belt, the southern part and Niger Delta, because he cannot mention it. He's a Yoruba guy, so he will not take that Igbos have natural resources. No, he's about when it's the one that has to do with Igbo, they will label it southern part. I understand, no problem. But the thing is that he claimed that the natural resources based on the north and middle belt. Like, so Nigerian GDP comes from what? Like, what is the major source of Nigeria? Like, the major thing that gives Nigeria money is what? Is it good? I'm just asking. between gold and oil, which of the resources that Nigeria rely on? You know, one thing about some people is that when they're making argument, they think that other people don't see or don't hear. I don't understand. What did this guy see that warrant that kind of claim? Am I saying that Northerners don't have natural resources? No, they have. But what makes Nigeria is oil. Remove oil now. Let's see how you survive with that good that have been privatized. Even though oil is even also they handed oil, so like oil well, people are having their own tap. Yet, you still have it in quantum to run the government. And because they always want to discredit other, our part. Always want to discredit. Now, listen.
The bulk of Nigeria's natural resource endowment is actually concentrated in the north and the middle belt, specifically the middle belt. There's a very large amount of artisanal, what we call artisanal mining going on there, which is a fancy term for illegal mining. It's a huge business with involvement from every player you can imagine: European, American, Australian, Canadian, Chinese.
Is it happening? Yes, it's happening. That's why people ask Zamfara gold is meant for Zamfara. Zamfara gold is meant for Zamfara people. But oil in Nigeria that are meant for Nigeria, the whole nation. And nobody have questioned this or challenged it. So how can you not tell me that national endowment or whatever concentrated in the north, whereas you are running the government of Nigeria? The government the budget is coming from the oil. Is it coming from the gold? Is the budget like federal budget? Is it coming from the gold? Where are you making money to pay back all the money, all this loan that you guys are taking? Is it from the gold? Anyway, this is where the lie started, Joe. So listen.
Everybody has a stake in this thing.
In law, that may be a secondary evidence. I'm not completely countenancing his opinion. There are vestiges of truth in some areas, of course, because you cannot completely divorce conspiracy theories from this. But as it relates to us, he never really got it right. It's a matter of direct evidence. Some of us hold direct evidence. He has sold what is holding the secondary evidence. Research, check. We were dealing with the people who are killing us directly. Exactly. They told us why they are killing us. I come from a local government that is the center of gravity of these killings in Benue, Guma local government.
The people who are responsible for this, I guess you can call it the genocide against indigenous people in these areas of the middle belt and northern Nigeria, are the extractors. They are white men who come from the US, they come from Canada, they come from Australia, they come from all over. And their job is to ensure that they extract and that you get as little benefits from that extraction as possible. This guy.
And you said that these white guys, Americans. So who are their foot soldiers? Fulani. Why must it be only one tribe that are doing this dirty job for them? And each time they want to slaughter people, they will shout Allah Allah Koba. Is that also from the West? Is that from America? Okay, why are they not also buying their people?
Who is working for some American guy that has an interest in destabilizing Benue or wherever, then comes and says, oh, it's my village or whatever, and he's not disclosing to you that he has an economic interest in selling this narrative, and that he's literally working for the very white people, who are destabilizing Nigeria. He's actively working for them, and then pretending that he's a good guy. He's on the side of the oppressed people. He's trying to save his village. Meanwhile, I can see very clearly what is going on here. You are dealing with someone who is getting paid to say certain things. He's not saying these things for free.
I've been one of the most vociferous voices against this in the last 15 years. In the last 15 years, I committed my entire life to it. That is my story. I am a lawyer. I came to the United States to study Masters in Public Policy and Non-Profit Management. Do you know why I put that non-profit? That is what I studied. That was what I graduated in December with from the University of Central Oklahoma. Public policy and non-profit. The non-profit is to get people from here who can support our communities for what we've been going through. Why also not doing a postgraduate law degree? British trained lawyer. I'm needing an incentive to talk about my people, to talk about what I've been facing before coming here, to talk about the people killed, my own people, my siblings, my uncles, my aunties. So I need an incentive to talk about my nephew, a 1.5-year-old Sate Amaki, whose brain was burst, whose skull was burst, and his brain was spilled out. So I need incentive to talk about my cousin Dogo Kikin, who was shot, daddy, and killed, or to talk about my brother Tembujo, who was burnt. I need an incentive to do that. I graduated in December, and I started working for Equipping the Persecuted in January. Just this year, in January.
So prior to this time, you didn't have anything to do with
nothing. Prior to this time, I only made a presentation at the iconic National Press Building in Washington. I had the opportunity to work with Catholic charities, very good pay Catholic charities. I was given an employment card, but I was the one who reached out to Equipping the Persecuted because their focus is Nigeria.
Okay.
Their focus is Nigeria. Okay. So I want to see an avenue where I can help my people.
Which interest organization gets for waiting the gun for Nigeria?
Precious. Equipping the Persecuted has been working in Nigeria for the past 8 years. 8 years. It has been working in Nigeria. Josol first went to Nigeria. Josol, the executive director, first went to Nigeria in 2011 with his grandfather, who was a missionary. You have white missionaries scattered all around Nigeria. Many are in Benue. You see that Danish woman in Akwa Ibom. Those are missionaries. There are a lot of them in Nigeria. So Josol started his first time was when he visited with his grandfather, and he saw what was happening in Nigeria. I visited 2 times a year with his grandfather. He saw what was happening. So he now took over from his grandfather, established Equipping the Persecuted to, as the name says, to equip these people. My own siblings, and the IDP camps in Makoti, we have about 1.4 million IDPs in Benue State. There's no single Muslim in the IDP camp in Benue. There's no single Muslim in the IDP camp in Nasarawa State. In IDP camps in Nasarawa State.
How many of our people know this story? When one of an IDP camp have 1.4 million people, you know what is IDP camp? But somebody's making an argument that Nigeria is most what we are benefiting and gaining from Nigeria. People of Benue is getting IDP camp. How many are you getting from in Anambra State? How many are you getting in? They say that Ibolani. So Benue Lani are the one buying people in Benue Lani. In Kwara State, Kwara. If you see in this life, it is always good for you to stand on the side of the truth because there's a reward, a very huge reward, when you maintain your stand supporting the truth. Now, how can you ignore what this man is telling you? Just imagine that in your own village, God forbid. Okay, let me use something good so that let's not anticipate something bad. Let's say that in your village, students from your village contested as best student in the world or best student in Africa. And number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5 people, 5 children, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all from your village. All from your village. And somebody is telling you, somebody is making an argument with you that these children, he's not even an Igbo person. Somebody from Yoruba land is making an argument that he knows these children better than you. You that know the mother, the father, the school they attend, some of the teachers, he's telling you that no, that he has done research on those children and he knows these children better than you that come from that place. That's exactly what the Yoruba guy is telling this Benue guy. He's telling you that they slaughtered our people. We know what it means, what it takes to sleep and wake up at night and start running. I have lost my cousins. I know people that I know are living in IDP camp. I can count 10 people. All of them, I know them, they know me, they are no longer here. And they all died in this jihadist movement. And somebody's telling you, no, there's a conspiracy theory. That what you are saying is not true. You have done research to know what tied your people. Is that not madness? Is that not madness? Anyway, hear the conversation, because to me it's funny and also sad that people have lost their, they have lost standard. They have lost their own integrity. You can open your mouth and say anything, kolo without wearing mask and get away with it. Nothing mega. After all, you are speaking English language. See, there, see him
in OP local government, in Kiana local government, in Doma local government, and in Awe local government. There's no single Muslim. One. The IDP camp in Plateau, all this, they are either in Riom, in Barkiladi, in Mangu. There's no Muslim. Maybe because of what happened in Kanam. Kanam is a local government that has considerable number of Muslims in Plateau, Kanam. Who are the Muslims in the IDP camp in Southern Kaduna? In the Kajuru that he...
Please don't forget to help me wish our brother Oliver Hillary happy birthday. All right. He's celebrating his birthday today. So do me a favor and hit on the comment section, wish him happy birthday. Just a little prayer for him. Thank you.
Wait. Who are the Muslims? Jihad is an expensive venture. Does he know about the Muslim Brotherhood, what they've been doing? They've sponsored a lot of projects, a lot of researches in America, in Europe. Does he know what Qatar is doing with its multi-billion-dollar oil money? Does he know what Iran? How many times have arms been busted in Nigeria that were coming from Iran? You remember the time where this guy that owned Magic Land in Abuja, that Lebanese guy, where arms were busted that were coming from Iran to him around 2013 or so? Jihad is an expensive venture. The people, the Almajiri are the foot soldiers. He said, oh, the genocide is an expensive, good and fine. But the Rwandan genocide, that is the most popular genocide in Africa. Were they millionaires who executed the genocide? Were they not just slippers-wearing people? Were they not the neighbors who were carrying machetes and cutting the necks of their Tutsi neighbors? Hutus. But in that same genocide, Hutus died. So for the fact that Muslims are dying does not take away the fact that it was a genocide. In the same Rwandan genocide, where Tutsis were killed, moderate Hutus were also killed. In the Christian genocide in Syria during the ISIS period, more Muslims were killed. In the commission of a crime, a criminal can come into a room and commit up to 10 crimes. If Islamist jihadists go to Zamfara and kill fellow Muslims, that is terrorism. If they come to Middle Belt and kill us because of our faith, because of our religion, that is genocide. One person committing different crimes. That is why we have count of charges when you are arraigned in court. He is trying to misinform everybody when he said we are saying Muslims are killing Christians. We are not saying Muslims. I told you here my mom is a Muslim. We are saying Islamists, radical Islamists are killing Christians. And it is not just in Nigeria, it is happening all over the world. What is happening in Europe? What is happening in America that America is resisting right now? What is happening even with the Iran itself? This is somebody who glorified Ayatollah. Ayatollah who killed within 2 days. He killed 60,000 of his people. In the last 47 years, they killed over millions of their people. And millions, there's no country in the world that has diaspora citizens like Iran. I saw his picture going to glorify Ayatollah, going to write condolences. So you can see where these guys are getting their energies from. You can see the ideology they believe. So for us,
listen, I mean, people have rights to believe what they have.
No, hold on. For us, it's not something strange now. The jihadists were not sponsoring Ivy League protests here in the United States. All this is he's telling you. The first from my Facebook. He saw where I posted a picture of me, Kyle Apps, Sarah Makin, and Sean Nelson of ADF. And he started talking as if, oh, these are people we know them. These are such nonsense. It's on my Facebook. I tagged all of them. Then he started feeling so comfortable trying to deceive an audience that may not know. It's right here on my Facebook. And my Facebook is not even restricted to friends. It's public. Because there's nothing secret. Truth Nigeria is the media subsidiary of Equipping the Persecuted. That's our media arm. Truth Nigeria have been giving terror tracks of what is happening. Are they ever giving any community terror track? But we'll be providing communities where attack will be happening the following day. Because why people on the ground? Look at the 5 pillars of Islam. Number 1 is Shahada. Number 2 is Hajj. You, within your lifetime, should endeavor to go to Hajj. Number 3 is the 5 prayers. Number 4 is Ramadan. You must observe the Ramadan. And then number 5 is Zakat, alms giving, pillar of Islam. In the history of Benue IDP and Plateau IDP and Nasra IDP, there's no single Muslim group that is going to give alms in that. The IDP camps are the people in need more than anybody. The people in the IDP camp. Do you understand?
Oh, so you're saying that there is no alms giving at all?
Yes,
or even charitable acts?
No, from Islamic bodies.
From Islamic bodies to
there's none whatsoever from any Murik, Jamaat Nasr Islam, or Nigeria, or Sokoto Caliphate, or this Emirate, or Muslim Student Society, or none whatsoever. In the United States government here, confess, they say USID, this was what they were doing. Trump's government, to the extent that Trump has to stop funding them.
Everyone who is listening to this or watching this conversation probably is going to fall into 2 groups. There are those who, no matter what evidence is presented in front of them, they need the emotionally satisfying explanation, and they are going to get it from him, right? So I guess that's not my audience, right? The people I'm speaking to are people who have decided intentionally to be intelligent. I understand.
Can I take a moment? Because I'm sorry, but speaking from the perspective of an average human who have lost loved ones because of this massacre, would it be fair to call them emotional if the people who killed them say we're killing you?
It's just so funny. I was listening to
No,
you, and I
yes.
was just
no,
imagining.
please, sorry.
It's,
I was imagining, how
if
can you call
if
us
we're here to
emotional?
listen to you drone for 30 minutes, then let me
No,
know.
how can you
Right?
call us emotional?
So if
That's
we're
my
here
fault.
to just listen to you drone for
No,
30 minutes, you
it's
can just let me know
It's
so that I can
callous
leave you
mentioning
to
that statement.
drone by yourself.
David,
Right? It's
No,
supposed to be a
seriously, it's
conversation.
very callous
So if I don't
mentioning
get
that
to speak
statement.
and you just want to hear yourself talk, I can leave it for you so you can hear yourself talk. If that's
No,
what you want.
but I just described it for what it is. It is
No,
so
if that's
callous.
what you want,
to
just say so.
describe
All you have to do is
us
just say the
as
word.
Kindly mute
emotional.
yourself
Right?
and let him
If you love
No,
the
but we
sound of
need
your
an
voice so
apology.
much,
That is exactly how he did guide. Even in his platform, each of his message, he always think that he knows everything. He always think that everything is about him. You know what I mean? He always think that no, he's unbeatable. Nobody. Come on, it is shocking. It is shocking. Please, I just want to remind you. I'm just want to remind you that tomorrow will be a live program for ID card, and for those of you that applied, I think tomorrow Friday. Let me check the time. The time is gonna be 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. Biafran time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have not captured, you have to join the Zoom to capture your to capture your ID card, to do your own capturing. Those of you that have applied, and tomorrow being Friday, Biafran time 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Biafran time, 12 noon Eastern time. Like those of you in America and Canada, so mark your date, mark your time, and join the Zoom. The link is out. So the Zoom link for you to take your own photograph to capture do your own capturing for your ID card. So tomorrow, all right. Now, once again, happy birthday to you, Oliver, Hillary. Happy birthday to you. We wish you many more years, long life and prosperity, and peace of mind, good health. May God grant you everything that is your heart desire, that is not evil. All right, let's continue. Here, this guy, like I told you, he's always going to argue on things that he cannot even justify. He always thinks that he knows it all. Common sense. The man you are arguing is from Benue State, Yerewata. He told you that even his own biological mother is a Muslim. He's a Christian. But it's not about the religion. It's not about criticizing Islam. It's about saying the truth. We have moderate Muslim that these people are actually buying as well. Nobody's denying that. But the thing is that there's an agenda. They want to be the one in charge, and everybody other people should pay tax to them. And I wonder how many tax you pay for them to live your life. You see the money they are collecting from ransom when they kidnap and all that. The money they are making from kidnapping, is it also from? Are they mining human being or mining gold? But see this Yoruba guy. Anyway, he's not representing Yoruba. Why I call him Yoruba guy, because that is where he comes from, to be honest. But I'm not saying that Yorubas are like him. He's a different breed with his stupidity. Educated illiterate. Now, but Mama Simon. He always call them. She call people educated illiterate.
all you have to do is just let me know, and I'll leave you to talk to yourself.
No, but I will need an apology from you.
It's
You are not
okay.
getting one.
Let's let him.
You are absolutely not getting one.
So
it's either we're here to have a conversation, or you are here to listen to yourself talk. You will make your decision.
To me, please. I
The
beg
$9
you, let me
million is
talk.
working on these guys.
Let
We know
me
them.
talk, please. Okay.
We know them. These are the
David,
jihadists. They
David,
can't
go ahead,
leave it.
please. So I'm sorry, I have to keep you at the side now so that we can hear David out. Just like Uto has said, he said that he specifically said that they are there because the people refuse to give their land to them. So if people have lost their loved ones in the hands of people who killed them for that reason, would it be fair for you to call them emotional?
It will be fair for them to want to know who is responsible for it, for what happened to their loved ones. So again, it comes down to the question: do you want the emotionally satisfying answer, or do you want the actual answer? Because often the two are not the same. He said that sometime in the 70s or the 80s, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Nigeria all of a sudden started drifting toward Sharia, as he puts it, which is true. That did happen. All of a sudden, seemingly, this extremely conservative brand of Sunni Islam, this Wahhabi Salafi Islam, came into Nigeria. This was a movement that was incubated in Saudi Arabia under the guidance of the US State Department. It was a vehicle for winning the Cold War. This all happened under the watchful gaze of the US State Department, which stage managed all these events. They were the ones who created the so-called transition to democracy. They were the ones who got rid of Abacha. They were the ones who made Obasanjo president. All of this happened under their watch. And somehow, in the process of exterminating Christians or Christianity or whatever, they somehow managed to kill more Muslims overall than Christians. This would have to be the most incompetently executed.
What's the statistics that more Muslims have died more than Christians? What's the statistics?
These statistics are readily available. Again, you can literally Google it from the US State Department. The US State Department reports.
From the look of
the US.
Did you hear what this guy said? That today, Nigeria, in present Nigeria today, that more Muslims are being died than Christians. Is that true? That's an insult. No wonder Frank was demanding for an apology. He said, "No, you are not getting one." People who don't respect the dead. So, do you know what? That's one thing about Igbo. Any genuine Igbo person will tell you, nobody, no sensible Igbo man will mock the dead. To the extent that even the person, someone that commits a lot of crime, and the person is no longer here, he's done late. Each time you're talking about him, about her, people don't go all out and say it the way it is, like, so be very bold and go raw about that person. They will just somehow pitch it a little bit and just to remind you who the person was, you know. So with that, because we are trying to avoid insulting the dead. People don't do that. But did you hear what this guy said now? First and foremost, in presence of Frank, who lost his loved ones, you are calling them, you're saying that they are being emotional. Imagine now that your cousin, your relatives are being slaughtered. Not one day, not just one, after some time, one again. No. Maybe in the morning, then three is from your own family. In some cases, 10. There's a video of a woman who they chop off her hands. The woman saying that, according to the video, that they split her own son in her presence. The other one, they just cut off the head and all that. Horrible things. Then this guy will not tell you that complaining about this thing, you are just being emotional. And you think that this guy, this is a human being. No wonder. Femi Adesina, media publicity of Buhari. What did he say when the issue of Ruga? He publicly claimed that if you is that your land, is that you live on the land or you live under the land. That's the way he put that. Means that your life or your land or your life. That's his slogan. Your land or your life. That was the warning from the Fulani. Your land or your life. And this has something to do with mining. They started by telling you is if farmers' headers clash. Now listen to him. Even though his own village, communities in Yoruba land are running helter-skelter. But I'm coming to that anyway because we are now realizing that the Yorubas also have differences among themselves, but they're pretending about it because they're actually not one. Yorubas are not one people. And we're going to touch it on this live broadcast. Please, if you have not liked the video, I want to encourage you to like this video. If you have not, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hear her, or hear him rather.
Communities that have been run over, that are currently non-existent, or that have been taken over by
the US State Department report on religious freedom in Nigeria states this, that overall the number of Muslims that has died is more than the number of Christians that has died. You can confirm this. Again, this is why I keep on stressing that people need to stop listening to whose voice is the loudest in the room and start looking at the actual data. Because there are people like Mr. Frank whose job is to come here and do their voice modulation and do their voice up and down and, you know, juggle your emotions and make you feel a certain type of way, even though they're talking absolute nonsense.
No.
You know?
So practically, from what we have on ground, from all the communities that have been run over, that the people in those communities are no more. And from the number of people we have in IDP camp right now, what is the number of Christians versus Muslims? Because I
again, go to the US State Department report.
Than Muslims, but I don't know.
Go to the US State Department report on religious freedom in Nigeria.
So why would I believe US reports against what I have on hand? I have spoken to people on IDP.
Data is what we need, not gist. not anecdotes.
The same US where they cause this and get the evidence of these statistics. Because unlike what's like they with see on ground, I have done my research around.
When you say you have gone, so you have gone around, Middle Belt and Northern Nigeria, and you have concluded that more Christians died than Muslims.
Just hold on. I have done my investigation around IDP camps and displaced communities. Evidence shows that there are more Christian displaced communities than Muslim displaced communities. And evidence shows that there are much more Christians. There are more Christians. Evidence
from who? Because this is just a thing you are saying. It is not true.
You and I can visit IDP camps. I will go see.
It is categorically not true. This thing you just said. You cannot defend that in court. It is not true.
IDP camps. The ones in Benue, the ones in Plateau, the ones in Abuja. Which of them will make we go to? I'm not vexed. I just ask. And my at least my statistics may not be all that.
Question is for David.
Okay.
Thanks for your great job. You've been doing a very good job.
Can I just go, please? Like, I don't talking to more people. Like,
Thank you. Thank you and welcome.
Okay.
Hi, Laura. You're welcome. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Good evening to your guests. I want to point out the researcher's bias here. We know that David was born into a Jehovah's Witness family. He later claimed
Precious, please, can we move to the next caller, please? This person is making me lose my temper. Please, can we move on to somebody who actually has something to say? Like, what is all this nonsense? Precious, since you are here to waste your time and hours, I'm just going to...
David, can you just calm down? Let people just have their thoughts, please. People actually have actual
Why is she here to waste my time and you are letting her do it? I'm holding you responsible for this.
All right. Thank you. You've made your point. He's left the show.
I'm calling him from Canada. Liberals don't like intelligent discourse. And David had just proven that. He's a liberal. He ran away. He didn't want to stay and hear what other opinion have to say about this issue. How about him? What is his what is his opinion in this? Is he also doing it for financial gain? Who is paying him? Is Russia or China paying him? He conveniently mentioned Canada, US, Australia as part of the countries that are stealing resources from the north. Did you hear him mention Russia and China? Just because you are driving a narrative.
Maybe not entirely true. Maybe he just keeps his mind. You can't tell.
So I thought I was the only one that noticed that. I told you. I didn't know because I've not played the video to the end. So somebody actually pointed that he was so eager to mention America and Canada because these two countries are the one very, very vocal condemning this killing. And in all this interview, did you notice that this guy was not even you won't see any sign of remorse or no, let me not say remorse, a kind of empathy, like sympathizing with people that actually lost their loved ones, despite my differences with you, my feelings towards Benue people based on what they did in 1967. All right, I still feel so bad seeing them going through what they're going through. I don't feel joy. You see, do you know that we discuss what is going on in Yoruba land more than Yoruba content creators? Like sometimes we bring a video of how a town, a community has been ransacked. People are no longer in entire community, village. We talk about it here. We discuss about it here. Yoruba content creators, maybe Mayego. All right, we just play it and all that. I don't know what is wrong with some people. Okay, even if you are a partaker of what is going on, is that how bad, how evil your mind are towards your own fellow human being? That people are telling you, I lost this, I lost that, I witnessed this. Even this lady, the host here, told you that she had been to IDP camp, and you are here talking about, oh, go and check that American data. The same American that you are condemning that they are the one funding it, you are relying on their data to push your narrative that you have more Muslims than Christians. So you can check American, whatever. American have this data, but yet they send delegates to go and witness what is going on, if it is truly genocide or not. So how did they actually gather that data? Are we not here when the American president sent Raymond to go and find out and report back to him? So if that data you are talking about is actually pure, why is the American government not focused on that data? Why are they wasting their time to go and verify something? It simply means that they don't trust the so-called data you are talking about.
How come that in every situation around the world, that is only the radical Islamic arm? Why don't we have a radical Christian arm that also committing some atrocities in the north? Why is it that America conveniently sponsors radical Islamic terrorists? but cannot conveniently, with that same knowledge bank that they have in doing so, not do it with Christians also. David wants us to look at the State Department documents. He talked about State Department documents and all the rest of them. And he wants us to think intelligently. Now you are telling me that a document that was written supersedes eyewitness accounts. What we can see, if you go to IDP camps and we see that there are a lot of Christians more than Muslims, we should negate that fact and take a report that was written by an armchair theorist who got his information from hearsay.
Exactly.
No, Precious, how intelligent is that?
All right, so this is a kind of summary of the broadcast because it's about 2 hours plus. I don't want to bring the original one here because it's going to take us time. But this highlight actually, touch most of the things they discussed out there. The guy, he later ran away. He don't want to, receive some conversations to regain sense. He felt so irritated hearing the truth, which is very, very shocking anyway. All right, so like I told you, in Yoruba community, some of them, they have their differences. Sometimes they go, I think even this week, I think I chip in one of our video here that the same way we have some minority in eastern part that they have nicknamed them to south. All right, the same way you have it in Yoruba land, but Yoruba people conquered them. That is why we are hearing now, in South, we have in South side, but in Yoruba land, we are hearing kebu. Oh, I am not from Yoruba, or your people are distancing themselves from Yoruba. But if truly Nigerians want to, if there's no agenda, we are not being marginalized. That's why where I'm headed to. Like that, our last broker before this one, that's Ofeke Dibia, or Ofeke Traditional, I think he's a Dibia, was also claiming that we are not being marginalized, that the more that now if there's nothing like Biafra and all that, you can watch a video, you understand. Why are they not having south, west, or something like that? Why are they not having southwest, or something like that? Southwest, since they have south, because they want to limit and shorten the Igbo people. They want to. The truth of the matter is that we are the only tribe that did not move an inch to claim anybody's land. That is why today, people from, Cross River, their culture, everything, they're still speaking their language. Nobody forced them to speak any other language. Igbo did not, conquer or try to conquer. You come to Yoruba people, they are speaking, their culture, everything is still intact. The same way you have such ethnic group, you also have that in Yoruba land in olden days. But due to conquest that pushed them to establish Benin Empire, they also did the same thing. They conquered them and you use their language and run everywhere. That is the problem. But within them, there are this kind of wounds about that conquest that made some of them are now telling you that I am not a Yoruba. Some of you will even warn you, don't say it. No. Don't say it outside you that I am not a Yoruba. Master Megano delivered this lecture back then. And now, like he always, everything he said always come to light. People will end up bringing it, up and confirming that without even having the knowledge that the man can have said something like that in the past. Who would have believed that today in 2026, Yoruba people are now coming out to confirm that lecture of Master Monokan, that his preach. I am going to start by playing to you because I told us some time ago that I'm looking for that video. As God may have it, I stumbled on that video yesterday. So it's a short video, it's not that long. What Master Monokan said. Just hear this.
I want to tell you about Yoruba people. Do you want to hear about them or not? Director, you are at the head of affairs. Say whatever you want to say. Remember, we have no restrictions here.
At all. You know, we have some documents, Barrister, never seen before in the zoo. Nobody knows. Not even Awolowo has this document. But we tell them about Yoruba people. The same way you have Igbo people in the hinterland of Biafra land is the same way that you have a place called Metropolitan Oyo or Yoruba proper. The people you see in Lagos, those you see around Abeokuta, the people, Egba people, Ibarakpa people, the people of Egbado, Ketu, the people that they call Popo, these are people of Porto-Novo, and Awori people of Ota, where Obasanjo comes from. Awori, that's who he is. He is not proper Yoruba. Do you know that, Barrister? They are not proper Yoruba people. Yoruba people, their boundaries stopped at a place called the Iwo, all the way from Kishi. The old Oyo, which is called Katunga, was destroyed in 1837. Destroyed by the Fulanis in 1837. Destroyed completely and hopelessly. That is the proper Yoruba people, but because of their influence and their conquest, they spread their language all the way to the sea, to places like Ekpe, in Lagos, Ijebu, Egba, Ibarakpa, a place called Kivunketu, spread all the way to Dahomey.
You are sounding like a Yoruba man yourself, Director. You know all the names.
Oh my God. Barrister, they are not Yoruba. Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man proper. Obasanjo is a satellite Yoruba man. His place is not part of the old Yoruba proper. That was their name. Oyo are the Yoruba people. Oyo, the proper Yoruba people. Oyo, their spiritual home is at Ife. Ile-Ife. What we did not do, you see, we are very peaceful people. We did not force anybody else to impose our dialect on them. Oyo is the proper Yoruba people. The Oyo Empire. They spread their empire. You see, they said the Igbo people are domineering. They dominate you. Oh, they domineer. They will come to Calabar. They will take you. We are asking Yoruba people, how did you break away from Oyo, Igoho, all the way to Awori? How? By conquest. You fought wars. How did Yoruba people go all the way from Iwere, from Isheyin, from Sabe, from a place called Obomosho? Even Ikoyi that you're listening, Ikoyi is not the island in Lagos, so that is the proper Ikoyi is in a place called Yoruba proper Ikoyi in present day. Let me
and get my... the accent is different. The accent is different.
Of course they are different. These are the proper Yoruba people. They are Oyo out of conquest. They spread their war. If not for conquest, if Yorubas were like the Igbo people, for instance, today Obasanjo will be speaking his own dialect, not Yoruba. Today, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be speaking his own language around Porto-Novo. All the people around Ijebu land, including Awolowo, they will all be speaking different language, including Mushood Abiola, different language from Yoruba. But because Igbo people did not venture out in conquest, that's the difference. Yoruba went to war to conquer people. Do you know the only major ethnic nationality that did not go to war to conquer anybody? Barrister.
Director, it's us. It's the Igbos. It's the Biafrans. We didn't fight anybody.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't annex any individual.
They are laughing of Oyo, not they are laughing of Ijebu land or Egba land. No, are laughing of Oyo. These are the proper, they are called, the Europeans call them the Metropolitan Yorubas. That was the place that Kakamfo. What is the man's name again? Afonja. The same thing that, listen very carefully. The same thing that Rocha Sokocha is doing was what Afonja did. He went and said, come and help me to secure political power. The Fulani came as APC is coming now to help them to secure power. And then after that, what happened? They killed the bastard and took over. A Lorin became an emirate. The old Oyo was completely destroyed. In fact, they marched onto the sea to bring Islam to the sea until Islam touched Tinkan Island in Lagos. The reason why we have done this research very meticulously in the past few days is to remind people that history has a habit of repeating itself. If you don't learn from it,
you ignore it. Yes,
if you ignore it, the same thing that happened to Kakamfa Afonja while Yorubas were decimated by Islam. Yoruba cowards broke away from Oyo. The proper Oyo, the Yorubas were not close to the sea. Yorubas were not sea people. They never came close to Atlantic Ocean. The only way they come there was via conquest. They conquered the lesser people, like Obasanjo's village. They took them over. The people called Awori people, A-W-O-R-I. They are not Yoruba. Ijebu are not typical Yoruba. No. Egba, no. Ibarapa, no. Ketu, no. The real Yoruba people are the people of Sabe, people of Iwere, Isheyin, Ago, Oja, Obomosho, Ikoyi, Ofa, Oshogbo, Ede, Iwo, Ilorin, a place called Katunga, and Kishi. These are proper Yoruba people.
That is it. And today they are mocking us that we are dot in a second. Oh, you guys don't have a Calabar people, don't allow them all. Don't allow them all. Did you hear what Magana said? The issue of seaport, Papa Wolf, Yoruba, it was not originally from Yoruba land. This is a minority ethnic group that own those areas. They conquered them and claimed them, and that's all. Now, do we have our own chance to conquer? Like today, you are hearing Calabar Seaport, you watch, River State, and Igbos can do that, but our people are not into that. Yet we are the one that is insulting us for not conquering other people. Are you following it now? Now some may say, "Oh, Masakan just cooked up this story. It's not true. It's not true." Here it is. Let me share this with you, so maybe somehow you will understand. Okay. Now this video, just pay attention to what this woman said here.
Not Yoruba. No.
Did you hear that? That Ife are not Yoruba. I don't. The confusion is everywhere. The same ethnic, what they call that identity crisis that we are hearing today. Somebody from Anama will tell you, "No, I'm not Igbo. What is your name? My name is Chukwuemeka." Okay, make a point.
Ifes are not Yoruba. We are Ife. Not Yoruba. No. From Ife came the Yoruba language. Who don't know? No, there's not one place in Ife. What language? Let me give you an example. If you go to Ife and say, they will answer you. They will say, take a key truth and see if you understand a lot of what they say. There's a word that is creating problem. This word, no, there's nothing about Yoruba. No, about Yoruba. I'm sorry to be very fair with you. This is where we got problems.
The woman said there's nothing called Yoruba. It's just, it could be a name just fabricated to run other people over. You understand? As they're doing that, they're bringing their language and culture. Do you understand it now? So Igbos, you guys only five states because their father conquered all that other tribe. And some of them who are actually fighting against you are people that they took over. You know, they conquered their people. They go against.
We are all different people. About time they change this nonsense. The only group of people that should call themselves back to you are the Yoruba people.
Did you hear that? The only people that can call themselves Europe, the only people are the Oyo people. Remember, Mazamakano don't know this woman. He don't know. If you don't know her, they have no contact. What did the woman tell you? He told that if he mentioned other tribe, that they're not Yoruba. Forget about this nonsense. That the only people that can call themselves Yorubas are Oyo people. Exactly what Mazakano said there. Ikengurago told us that Chike Dozemu is more educated and more enlightened than Mazakano. Yeah, I'm here to learn anything from Chike Dozemu. He can't even address people for 20 minutes, let alone lecturing us what we don't know. That is all. If you don't listen to Mazakano 2014, 15, honestly, you miss a lot. You are the one losing. You miss a lot. Listen to Mazakano is better than going to school, like university. when in terms of learning, you will learn a lot. Listen. By the way, PM also told us that Tinubu is not a Yoruba man. Everything he said about it is justified now. The word, you know, because we don't know this, if you hear that this person is not a Yoruba person, you think that, oh, the person comes from sky. No, it means that his own tribe, these people have their own unique way of life. They have their land, their language, their culture, but they're being conquered. They are being decimated. But the history is still there. Since they conquered them now, Fulani is now conquering them. So why are we not? Why do we seem to be more safer when it comes to Fulani conquest? It's because we don't conquer people and we're not going to allow you to conquer us. That is determination and principle. That we don't conquer people does not mean that we are weak, no. But we respect you, live your life, but don't dare to take our own. If you know, you know.
They are the only people that are Yoruba. And that is why this controversy continues to rage. But I think if you present this in the international court, Ife was the origin, and the people are called Ife. And then somebody went away and set up something else. And then where did you invent this Yoruba from? Where? Ife, you what? Ife, I want to rest my case by saying there's no logic in continue to believe that Ife is Yoruba. It's a position of a word that originally did not come from the Bible.
Yeah, but as a cultural student, what I understand about culture is the evolution. Culture evolves. Culture is dynamic. Things are changing. So if you say, oh, we are not Yoruba, we are Ife, don't you think evolution has, brought us together?
Evolution cannot come.
Okay, this is what is called unity begging.
What is your saying?
Ojo.
Okay, unity begging. You are just begging for unity. Don't you think evolution have brought us? The same way they told us that Igbos, the country, Nigeria have brought us, but they also want you to become Islam. Is that also, you are in there for you to be converted? Is that is the problem? that is the problem. Now, it did not end there. Yeah, it did not end there. Let's which of them comes first? Is it this one or the other one? Let me check. Okay, let me see if this one. I'm not sure.
Ife happened. They dethroned the power from him and gave it to Ife. And that is where this whole problem started. Because from the beginning, Ife is inferior to Oyo. Now you can see. And that is the same reason why Tinubu is supporting Oni of Ife. And if you notice, most of these miscreants online talking down on Oyo, they are all pro-Tinubu supporter. Tinubu is not a Yoruba man. Tinubu is not Yoruba. Tinubu is a coach. Tinubu is all these people.
This, in case if you don't know, this is a recent one. Yoruba people are not voicing out about this identity issue in the Southwest. I remember when PM said that Tinubu is not a Yoruba man. Look at this, what do you know? What do you know? Small boy of yesterday. Yeah. The person you are hearing his voice now is a Yoruba guy that called into Ayanambra's platform this week. I did my work last month. They were discussing it there. Listen.
All these people, I'm echoing.
If you mute, go ahead.
So all these people going around with our name causing problem, they are called too. Tinubu is not Yoruba, and that is the reason he is supporting Ife, because we Oyo, we know who we are. We are the ancient Oyo Empire. We are the real. So I'm sorry to say, I don't want to use foul language, but this Ife people, Ife centric guys, they are running mad now on this TikTok. Go to TikTok and search Alafi and versus Ife, the whole fracas. Go to the comment section and see what these guys are typing there. Calling our own king that is an ex-convict in Canada. Imagine the insult. And when we call them who they are, that they are slaves, they get angry and say we are dividing ourselves. But they know these things. But because we say, okay, since we have adopted this name as Yoruba, let's be united and even if we know that some people are not Yoruba. So, and these people they are slave remnants, which we know, but we don't want to start saying this thing because it will hurt their feelings. We say, okay, let's hide this history. Let's try.
It's okay, it's okay. I'm coming back to you, but I just you see the reason why it is good for you to equip yourself with basic knowledge, so that people will not throw you off balance. Do you know that sometimes before now, sometimes I ask myself question, why is it that our own are always different? Igbo people, we have this, people don't want to associate themselves with Igbo, and it might equal people that are Igbo, but because of one or two things, they say they are no longer Igbo. Why? Because Yoruba people who actually conquered, or they conquered people or people conquered them, don't like the establishment in our own part. They don't like it because we allow everybody to maintain their culture and their existence. They don't like it. They want to blame us for not conquering other people. That brings me to the issue of the Biafra movement. Because when you hear confederation, that is the only thing that will secure you with that your ancestral or ancient lifestyle. You will become who you are and remain what you are and be proud of your culture. Look at Finland Convention, the first one, even the second one, right? People with their cultural dance, with their traditional wears, and is that not good? You may say, yeah, in Nigeria also you still have it now because people did not conquer you, right? Now the thing is that I'm not regretting. In fact, I'm proud of my people that will not tamper on anybody's culture or their language. Let them be the way they are. Since you want peace, you have to also be able to give other people peace. They know that when we had chance to do this, people did not do that. They're now creating that fear in minds of all these other tribes. That, oh, don't you know that Igbos are domineering? A man telling people that are telling that Igbos are domineering, they are gonna dominate you. Have history of domination. Their history is to conquer and dominate, but they will still pretend that Igbos are the one dominating you. How can you dominate somebody that did not dominate even when everywhere all eyes was closed? Nobody would have questioned anybody. Then you can conquer. What makes you the Odogu and how you conquer other people? Igbo people did not venture into that. But one thing they did that I love so much is that they don't allow other people to venture into them. Like, don't conquer me. I'm not gonna conquer you. You see that the way God created you is remain there. Remain the same way you are. Don't come to me. I'm not gonna come to you. Despite that I have all the things to run you over, but remain where you are. Is that not something that we should be proud of? We should be proud of that. It's not easy. Now, because you don't know your history, they will tell you that Igbos are coming to conquer you. They're going to dominate. No Igbo man have that in their mind. That is our nature. Like, okay, go to let's say Opopo people, go to Opopo that are saying that some say Igbo, some say not Igbo. Go and conquer them and teach them how to speak and embed them. How to speak Okita language, or how to teach them how to bring over a language and teach them. From henceforth, everybody people, your language, you'll be speaking over a dialect. Nobody did that. It's something that we should be proud of because we did not venture into that, and it's an honor to us. Yes. They are still happy because reason why we don't know much. Stay where you are. Exactly. Stay. Remember where you Obi-Wan. Kevin or one never not remember where you are. The reason why we don't know much about the fracas in their midst, like this Yoruba people, is because we don't understand the language, because they put the language anywhere they go. We think that, oh, they love their culture, they love their language. No. Why they're speaking that language constantly, to even in their middle, no matter how educated they are, is to make sure that they maintain that dominance. So that you're not gonna go back and say, let me start teaching my children my original dialect. That's just the tricks. Igbo people don't love their language. We always speak English. We don't teach our children language, which is okay. We need to teach our children. I'm in support of that. But don't you tell me that in Southwest, Yoruba don't joke with their language. Reason why they don't joke with their language, because they want to maintain the speed they use to run other people over. So that those tribes will not wake up and say, okay, today I want to be on my own. That's a video of one guy that I saw sometime, but from henceforth, if I see this kind of confession, I'll be keeping it for record purpose, because it's very, very vital. A time will come, each time they want to deny, we'll play it. See, fast and figure. From your own people, see what listen. I am keeping it not because I want to attack you, but I want to let you know, as a Yoruba man, that the era of mocking Igbo people is over. Oh, Deltans, you guys are Delta people, and normal people, Ogwash people, and what's the name of the other tribe in where George Oyibo came from? What is the name of this community in the Delta state? Asaba, you have I forgot the name. They are speaking Igbo. Some of them say, no, we are not Igbo. In fact, they are only, even from childhood, I know Abo people. That's the word, that's the name. Abo, people from Abo. It is also Yoruba people. Abo people, thank you so much. That were, telling them that, oh, you are not Igbo. And some are buying into that. A man that have been conquered is one telling you who you are. It doesn't make any sense to you. It doesn't make any sense. Because their own history is very, very dark history. But they will tell you, pretend that all is well. Here, this guy, even the issue of Ilemadu. You are insulting our Oba. If you call you now a slave, you'll be angry. So you also have the same thing. So you also have this kind of history, and you are pretending. That is why we need to abolish all this nonsense, because our people need to be proud of ourselves and focus on who we are without, looking back. Anyway, let's continue.
Abolish it from our, because if you go to school and if you learn about Yoruba culture, you won't hear this history I'm telling you. You won't hear it. These guys, many of them, they are slave remnants. You understand? Even some of them in that
Okay, so apparently, hold on 1 second.
He's still repeating the issue of slavery. He's still saying that. Why do we hear this? Because he's in a platform that the anchor can only understand Igbo language and English language, maybe other language, but not the Nigerian language. The Nigerian language that she can understand is Igbo. So this guy has to. The only way to communicate is in English. That's why we are hearing this. How many of you would have believed that you have this kind of issue of slavery going on in Yoruba land? You don't know. But when they want to attack you, they will unanimously attack you. It's like Chineke mega. No, also think you're like a Omakasa. If you get now, again.
And I don't want it to go too much because I really want to ask you questions. When you talk a lot, I forget about everything. I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older, right? So, Bola Tito is from Ondo State. She's saying that they are the real Yoruba. You are from Oyo State. You are saying, like, what is happening? Why are you guys so scattered? What happened? For me.
Who would have believed that Igbo woman would be the one making peace? You see this life, Never say never. Really, who would have believed that Igbo woman would be doing and ask them, why are you guys scattered? Come together. Hey, God. Don't judge your future with your present. Anything is possible. Just do the right thing, and God will do the rest for you.
So I feel your people are the real Yoruba people, because last week, right, I started investigating, reading a lot, and checking a lot of paper and everything. So I think all your people are the real Yoruba people. Go ahead, 1 minute, submit.
Okay. So my sister, anytime you come online and say, well, Oyo is marginalizing you, you're just being disingenuous to yourself. Because you guys go around telling lies, insulting the great emperor. They know all these things. In the past, they no born these guys were to talk down on Alaafin just because of this rubbish. That's why these guys have mind to come online and calling him ex-convict. Imagine, all of us know that the own is a criminal. You know these things. He's out there.
Oh, she's saying, you are saying that Oni is a criminal. She's saying that Alaafin is. Listen.
All right. I don't, please, if you have had a TikTok handle, please let me know. Okay, send it to me on WhatsApp if you have it. The thing is this. I think the reason why they're not denying being Yoruba is because of what Fulani is about to do. I think this is my own. I'm not this. Please, this is my own. My own opinion. Okay. Like request nana. This is nana by force. Our force working equal is nana. I tell you, you go land with the force. But not that many baby no big. You got question nana. Mado kwa gaga ki poison nana. You will keep quiet no good. I'm just saying, maybe because of the security challenges, people they are trying to I feel like that is what is playing out. Odika. Maybe not because all these years we have never have this kind of thing, this kind of argument, public, open argument like this, calling their Oba and their king names and all that. Because if for John were consequences. Now hear this part as well.
Ritualism. There's nothing you can do to stop ritualism from existing in Ogun State. Even if you give each one of them $1 million, it won't stop because it is in the DNA. You understand? Sleeping.
Start from the beginning. Let me understand what this guy said here.
Even if you give each one of them $1 million.
No.
Ritualism. There's nothing you can do to stop ritualism from existing in Ogun State. Even if you give each one of them $1 million, it won't stop because it is in the DNA. You understand? Sleeping with their mothers, sleeping with their daughters, skull mining. The skull mining is, if I tell you some secret about skull mining, what these people usually do as a jail, those things, honestly speaking, you are going to be shocked. All those human skulls, what they will do, they are going to grind them, you understand, into pieces, into powder. And when they want to drink pap, you understand, they will spray those powder of human skull on the pap.
Oh my God.
Are you serious? Oh, you don't know what is going on. These people, they are even we or your people, whenever our daughters are being posted to Ogun State for NYSC, we are always afraid. In fact, because they have so many universities in Ogun State. Most of the universities in Nigeria, most of the private universities in Nigeria are in Ogun State. And it is not a coincidence. They are using those universities as an avenue for skull mining. You just see that so many students are missing. So many, but look, the liberation of black race is in the hands of Igbo people. You know, we Yorubas, we've already accepted defeat, honestly speaking, because the Kotus, they've already taken over our land and they're even bullying us. Look at the way they are even bullying our land.
You guys are too quiet. You guys are too quiet, honestly.
The problem is that we don't have political power. We don't have economic power. We are weak. No money. Can you tell me one or your person, one real or your person who has held a significant position at the national level? Tell me one. They will be coming here and be telling you Adedibu. Who was Adedibu? Adedibu was just a political talk. It's a illiterate. In fact, a typical illiterate that was being used by the court too to even rig election for them. You know, we've never had any.
Why did they don't have money? They have so much hatred for the Igbos.
No, they don't have any hate.
The Yorubas that have hatred for the Igbos are the Ife Ondo people, and they are not the real Yorubas. If you see the real Yoruba people are very accommodating and welcoming. You will never see them meeting on anyone. They are even the ones fighting these cool tools. You understand? That the enough is enough. Igbos are not our enemy. Why would I be fighting Igbo people when I know that Igbos contributions to Igbos economic contributions to the Southwest is overwhelming. Igbos are creating jobs in the Southwest. They are employer of labor. What economic we have recently? You understand? What economic contribution has the Northerners brought to the Southwest? If you look at all those young shall grow, everything are owned by the Igbos. All the businesses in Lagos and Ibadan. In fact, when I was growing up, I used to play Sega game. I love Sega so much and Terminator. And the person I used to buy those Sega games from and those Terminator discs from is from an Igbo person.
All right. So, if you want to contribute anything to what we are discussing about, this is 1 hour 27, almost 30 minutes. The link is out. If you want to just say anything, please just join me. If there's no one, then we are going to wind down any moment from now. Okay, the link is out for those of you that want to say something. I actually want some of you to join me. That even if you don't want to say anything, we wish our brother happy birthday, and it will make more sense. Anyway, let's continue.
You know, if I go to his shop, he's going to give me varieties of Sega games. I will select it.
Wow.
And there was a time I went to Cameroon, I was stranded.
Hold on. Let me see who this person is. Oga, where are you from? Oga, your noise is too much.
Okay.
Are you from Lagos too?
Yeah, I'm from Lagos, sir. I'm from Oyo.
You're from Oyo State?
Yes.
Okay. Why? I'm very happy that you are here. What Omoyo is saying here is correct, right?
No, it's not correct. Don't mind him.
Okay. You see how this one that joined them now said that they asked him, where are you from? He said, I am from Lagos. Then he realized that he's there. He just joined the program to cause commotion. He pretended to, I'm from Oyo. He want to counter what the guy said. The first person, all the statement that the first person that was talking, what he said, want to just to rubbish it by saying that he's from Oyo State to counter that. But he forgot that he had already admitted to come from Lagos, meaning that he's lying to himself. Hear it again before I give mic to Greg. Just a moment, please.
Okay. Why? I'm very happy that you are here. What Omoyo is saying here is correct, right?
No, it's not correct.
No.
I'm very happy that you are here. What?
I'm from Oyo.
You're from Oyo State?
Yes.
Okay.
You said
I'm from Lagos.
I'm
from Oyo.
You're from Oyo State?
He claimed he's from Lagos first. Wait.
Okay, your noise is too much.
Okay.
Are you from Lagos too?
Yeah, I'm from Lagos.
Do you hear that? Are you from Lagos? Yeah, I'm from Lagos. Then when he realized that he joined the program to counter that guy, he said, no, the best thing for me to do is, or you have to say that, but the meaning that he's actually from Lagos, not Oyo. You know? But up on the program just for an agenda. Okay, have the mic, my brother, Mr. Greg, please. Let's hear from you. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you, Master Greg.
Hello, am I coming out? Good evening, Master.
Yeah, you are now. We can hear you now.
Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless dear friends. My greetings to everybody. Yeah, just a very quick one. Thank you for your good job. I tried to enter this evening when you did the program of this witchcraft doctor, not a traditionalist. He's a witchcraft doctor. One thing people don't understand is everybody now call himself a traditionalist. They don't call themselves witchcraft doctors again. And any person who see that guy will know he practices ritual. And my problem sometimes is people don't present exactly whom they are. So, number one, you are a traditionalist in Igbo land, according to him, saying he lives in Nnewi, doesn't live in any other, have not lived in any other part of Nigeria. He have only lived in Igbo land, exactly in Nnewi. And as a traditionalist, you are coming to the program, you dress like a highly occultic person. As dress is not Igbo traditional dressing. Now, sometimes people think anytime you put Ishiago and you put red cap, it makes you a traditionalist. No, it's not true. It's absolutely not true. So, why I want to start with that guy first is this. I used to watch the so-called K-Truth or whatever they call him. But sometimes you find out that every single person, when you see people who only do things because they profit from that particular thing, you know that they're not real. The so-called K-Truth or whatever they call him, he is not real. And that guy that he invited is not real as well. This is the person who say he have not been to any part of Nigeria. He have not lived outside Nigeria. And you are telling the Igbos that it's better for them to remain in Nigeria because they will get more if they live in Nigeria. And they have not had the experience of any single experience living outside Igbo land. So, you not have experience they having any business outside the Igbo land. Maybe one of your brother or sister marrying Fulani, or your mother born for a Fulani, or you have anyhow you get relation with a Fulani. So when or Yoruba, so when they start talking about dividing Nigeria, you start getting against it. That's one thing some people don't understand. When you see some of them, they will come out and they'll start being against Biafra. You would think they have any concrete reason. Like when you watch that video, that clip from beginning to the end, because I was watching it this morning, at a point I get very angry, I just stop it. I didn't watch it again. But when you are playing this that program again, I was at work and then I wanted to come in. My phone disappointed me. I haven't gotten this kind of problem before. All of a sudden, my screen, I try everything, is stopped working. You know, I say this one. If not this negotiation, a witch. No, all of a sudden I tried to touch the screen for me to enter. It refused to move. The screen. I do everything. I nearly hit it. He refused. You see, I have my other phone. I was looking for something to change my SIM card because on this very handy, I have my my Ethernet when I go out from the house. So the other phone is when I get house, I use Wi-Fi. So, but I don't have anything to change my card so that I will come in and contribute because I was so angry. I couldn't control my my this thing for that very program, honestly. So our people, when they have relation that marry somebody that is not an Igbo person, or somebody who maybe their mother born for somebody who is not an Igbo person, or maybe their sister born for somebody who is not an Igbo person, or they marry one of the family marry somebody who is not an. So when they are talking about Biafra, they would not have any reason to. They don't present any reasonable argument to stop the coming of Biafra. Look at this idiot saying that Nnamdi Kanu should die in prison. They ask him why. He say, is he above the law? So, which is the law? So, because Nnamdi Kanu is not above law, he's above law. That's why he should die. And did not have any concrete, tangible thing that he would say, this is the crime that Nnamdi Kanu committed, and that is why he wish him to die, or why they must bury him alive. But he said, is he above the law? So these are the kind of mentality people we are having. And that is the only reason why that Nnamdi Kanu is not above the law. That's why he must die. And somebody, a useless Igbo called man, I say he's living in Abuja, he's getting from media, he's getting money from the media. That is his own business. He calling people, bringing pastors and churches. He was once a Catholic, and he was once a catechism teacher. And now he don't even go to church. He don't even know if he believe. He will bring Maharadu. He will bring this, that, only just to use people to make money. So, and when you look at the so-called cat root, or what I think cat root is his name, you know, his character started irritating me. Honestly, I pity the people that still go to him and the one that called himself Wham. So because what they are using their platform to do is to make sure that they talk down on the people who are fighting for their freedom. And they never invite all those Muslim people, ask them questions, those Igbo Muslim, ask them, you are a Muslim Igbo, do you enjoy the Igbos they are killing in numbers, raping them and kidnapping them in all those Fulanis? Have you had one single Igbo person that is a Muslim come out and criticize the Fulanis for the killings that is happening in Igbo land? Have you had it? Instead, the Fulani sponsor them now. All of a sudden, Igbo land become a place where they say they're marginalizing the Igbo Fulanis. These are the kind of people that promote those things, you see. So, and they are living in Igbo land. I don't call for anything to happen to them, but what will happen to them, we chase them away. It's not we that will do that. The land will chase them away themselves. For pronouncing all those evil things they said about the people who are fighting for freedom and the claims of the Igbo people, they don't see it. What he see is the investment he will make in Abuja that will give him more money. And they have not lived outside the Igbo land according to his statement. So these are the kind of people who will be coming out to talk down on the people who sacrifice their life to fight for the freedom of their people. And you did not ask yourself, okay, if you don't want Biafra, why not you go and check which number of people want Biafra? You want democracy? And then why not you say, okay, I don't want Biafra, but if the majority carry the vote, let it be. Instead, you say, let the person who is fighting for that Biafra, let them bury him alive. And you will live in Newe to make your foolish money. So, but that is apart anyway. So coming to your this evening midnight this thing. One thing you must know with this kind of guy, this Yoruba man, these are the people like Ikenga. Those kind of people don't have shame, because any person that doesn't have pity,
shame.
It's no more shame again. But somebody who cannot have look at people who are going through pain, and he would not touch you. He said that this guy came to this program just to emotional this or that. So he doesn't have feelings for those people whom they butcher their children. I watched in a Twitter this evening or what. Yes, I was listening this year. I saw one woman crying that her child, they sliced the child, they butchered that child, child, and the senior one, 2 of his children was slaughtered in the other kind of Sokoto. I don't know part of where that then happened. They carried a child that is a little child. You butcher that child. You take it from the mother and butcher the child. And this kind of person will come out and will be talking that all these things, kidnapping, burying, slaughtering people into pieces. It doesn't have feeling for those people who their family people went through this experience. They don't have feeling. And you're telling me they are human beings. They are not human beings like Ikenga, like Chinas Anworu, and the many of them who are doing all those things. They are just only looking at that money they promised them to go and rubbish what people are making. That is only that money is what they are looking for. Whatever you are going through and what is happening is not their business. Their business is that money and that position they want to get by all means. These are the same kind of man this useless Yoruba man is, because he benefiting from this administration. So he want to blackmail American government and the Canadian government who's I think he watched McAnott. This yes, eh?
I don't want the rest. His latest video.
Okay, latest listening. About 2 days ago, he came to the Twitter. He said he will be going to Washington. They are going to have listening with some lawmakers. So
yes, I watched that one.
I watched the program.
Yes, I watched the short video he made where he, saying that he's going to, people should pray for him, something like that.
Okay, but I have not watched the program himself.
No, I have not watched the program himself. Yeah.
Okay, because in that program he was calling for the American government to go and for the arrest of Tinubu. He said that Trump should bring Tinubu to justice and the Southern of Sokoto to justice for that very particular genocide in Nigeria that they're hiding. So he wants Trump to do what he did in Nigeria, the same thing he did in Iran. Let it happen to get Tinubu arrested, and the Southern of Sokoto, they're supposed to arrest those people for all the evil. It's just the latest for all the evil they committed, a genocide in Nigeria. That Tinubu supposed to they're supposed to arrest him and take him to justice. So he's supposed to face justice for those crimes against the Christians and all the slaughtered people in Nigeria. With the Southern of Sokoto, they're supposed to be arrested and be investigated. So this is the latest calling for the lawmakers and the Trump to do in Nigeria. That is wonderful. I put my hand for him for that very program. He did wonderful. It was wonderful. So he did well in this very program. So, and that is the reason why this guy is hating America. America is talking every day that Chinese is sponsoring the terrorists by sponsoring these people by all this mining in the north. This criminal
Everybody knows that one. Everybody knows that one.
But this criminal is trying to paint to Americans that Americans are among the people who are mining those this in the north, and the Americans are responsible for the killings in the Benue and every part of this. And he's not even talking about what is happening in his land, that what is the Fulani is taking over his land, even if he's come from Yoruba, if he's not a Fulani that's born in Yoruba land. You see? So that is what we are going through. And these are the kind of people that that's a useless witchcraft doctor in their way. These are the same kind of mentality and this kind of level. So people should not take these people serious. They are only working for their pocket and no other thing. For somebody who come out and tell you, if you want to save your life, give out your land, and nobody query them. And the Makano tell them again that a pastor, that's a man, he called for the release of Mazen and Mekan and all the prisons of conscience, that those people, America should fight for the release of those people. And there's no way a man will be calling for 1 million to 2 million naira ransom if they get him ahead of a pastor. And that man was not arrested. And you are telling me and telling the world that Tinubu and his government is not the sponsor of all those things. But
how
which
can
evidence?
Tinubu arrest that man when he could not even arrest anybody, those that called for the head of his own wife?
So what? Yeah. So tell me which offense did Mazen Nanakan commit or Simon Ekpan commit that they should put them in jail? Nothing. But this is the
said
government.
something that the reason why they put Mazen in Sokoto prison just to please the Northerners, the Fulanis. That look at him here for you.
Yeah. But somebody is calling for openly on television every day. He say, get me ahead of a pastor on a ransom of 1 million or 2 million naira. And he repeated it and nothing happened. So my brother, this kind of people is just I don't know, it pains so much because when you see this kind of people, it taught every reasonable person. But the battle is of God. I give other people a chance to talk. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much, Mazen.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, are you there? Obi-Wan.
Yeah. No, thank God you just called my name. I was already moving away.
Oh, really?
It's so good. Something told me in my dream that I'm in a program. Then I opened my so many times. Your platform is like our home where we
gather together.
It's you know. So I greet everybody and manding on a comment section and the ones I know, the ones that I don't know. I salute all of you guys. Onye gụrụ egwu onye asịkwana na ya amasịgo ama m ime egwu a onye asịkwana na ya amarịsịgo asịkwana na ya amarịsịgo ama m sịsịzị m onye gụrụ dat
ije ụwa bavia ije ụwa na-abịa ka afịa Oliver Kokwe osi aka nne aga osi aka ekpe aga
Honorable Ocean Master not here. Can we go?
Yes, sir. Ije ụwa bụ agwọ ije ụwa na-aga ka agwọ osi aka nne aga osi aka ekpe aga Oliver Kokwe nne m Kokwe na nne
very, very well. So do you remember when Nnamdi Kanu say Simon Ekpa, don't let the devil use you.
Yeah.
Whenever you think, and I go unya steady. Yeah. You know, one day you see that now you know it all because why it's about learning. Why I'm saying this thing is because of this David Odein. Because I watched a bit of this interview and I saw the arrogancy in the guy.
Mm.
And he was not even hiding it. And I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, what the fuck? So, and why? Because of this guy helped a lot during exposition of Tinubu during the election.
Which guy?
You know,
This very guy.
Yeah, he was the one that brought up the cocaine, whatever, the narcotic. All the investigation that was done about Tinubu, it was from David that, like, that was everyone always So he was the one that was fronting the investigation, writing to the FBI to release Tinubu's documents.
I thought he's a Tinubu boy, sir.
No, the guy was on the internet. Oh, on the internet during the election. He tried to know about his position about Tinubu, Mankewa. Oh, David Huden, time. So people loved the guy. Like, so often when this interview was held, so many people on the comment section on this lady's platform were saying, I do agree with you before, but on this one, I don't. So many people were disappointed. So when I hear when you people say, or when I hear, remember the guy when David was saying, no be waste time, and waste the time. Yeah. Then the next person that came in was like, who are you working for? Because it becomes so obvious that you mention every other people. And we all know that China was involved in the North. China involved na resources and not. And they have been taking it. China is sponsoring part of the country that is sponsoring the insecurity in the North because they need that thing to be happening so that it's all about interest. So cases American ndị a na-egbu. Iti nọ na ya bụ na enwere uzere nyere ntị ha aka. Enwere ndị nweburu agenda na Nigeria. Then ifụkwazia ndị nwekwalụ interest of resources. So as you can see that these guys, how are they affording all this military equipment when they cannot afford to buy a car? Somebody is sponsoring that. I'm going to sponsor Diego. We're going to learn Burumbo or Egbe or here Hana Boffusi. Ịgbagide gbọpụsịa mbọ niile dị n'egbe iji mgbọ agwụ egbe ahụ enwezi isi. So any day na supply. So when this guy now comes in and start open a the interview, why open on web waste your time? Why did you accept to come here and to be interviewed? And they make sense. Somebody that you are expecting much from. To whom much is given, much is expected from. When he comes to talk, everybody what next. And when the person starts messing up, they're so disappointed. I think people really came there to hear him speak. But he started showing arrogancy of who are you? The moment you start being like this, people will show you that you are not God, that no matter what, you don't know that, you don't know all.
Obi-Wan. This guy in Eku, even I want to know in Nigeria. Just like Fanika Yode, Rino Makori, if you want to make money in Nigeria, you come hard on a politician. When you come hard on a politician, no doesn't mean no could not be serious about it. It's only calling for a settlement. Once you settle them, they will go down. The same system is what they are using. When the country comes now, they will tell you, we'll bound this thing, we'll bound this. No, if you bring it, they will cut up your head. And the customs will position themselves.
It's about interest. That's why
so
the other guy was
it will only last 1 week, 1 month, 2 months. The customs will use and become billionaires. And everything will be normal, coming in and going out. That is the system of Nigeria. So people should not get moved when you see them come out and criticize any politician, you think they are serious. He's only saying, you have to remember me. Once they settle him, he will change. That is only what I want to think about this guy. Thank you.
My name, Imana, the topic at hand, they're very, very sensitive based on the killings in Nigeria. So, in as much as, because we all know that it's all about interests, that is well explained or specified, but and we're level here in Nigeria, I suppose. Okay, look at how Douala looks. David Boala. He looks stupid whenever he wants to defend Tinubu. The spokesperson of Buhari, Femi Adesina, looks stupid when he wants to defend Buhari. And that is how anybody can still look stupid when you want to defend failure. When they were talking about IDP camps and all these things, is keep talking as if people are not aware of what is going on. So it shows when somebody listening to you, the person will definitely know that something is wrong somewhere, because it's not that he has done something much more bigger than what the question they have been asked him now than coming out to cut. So it's something to be suspected about when someone asks him, who are you working for? So possibility of that happening is there. That's by the way. Another thing you understand is that as in the Bible, we don't conquer anybody or anybody's land because we are so contented with who we are. Afọ juru onye Igbo niile as onye Igbo ọwụ. When you believe in yourself, okay, ihe na-achọrọ ịba nke onye ọzọ. Ndị be anyị mana ekwu n'okwu ndị na-eme ihe one Nigeria, ọ gwara ndị Igbo mekarị na one Nigeria. Because every one of us, we are everywhere in the whole country. Or it doesn't happen in most of the country. If for somebody or happen original home, move far away from the other country, guy establish it. Ndị Igbo na-eme ya nọ na Lagos, I know na North, I know na Kaduna, I know. But there's that one thing that hold us together, that each and every one of us goes back home at least once a year for Christmas. That is where the circle, we recycle again, recycle ourselves again. I move. So we have that, that's in democracy inside us. We have that connection about what the world is all about. So Nigeria, mana, the economy of Nigeria wundi Igbo. Because now, what you don't know fears you. Ihe imakarelege, and you don't know it. Let me put it this way: what you don't know fears you, because which that will still brings you knowing that you more karege or no karehoge. So when you see all this hate coming towards the Jews, when they ended up, how happy they are that they ended up having a state, what America did to Jewish people by giving them back their land. That is the highest miracle for them. Because before they were all over, that's why Hitler was able to do what they did to them. But finally, they found their home. And that is what we are looking for. How far will we go if we finally find our home? Here in Africa, Israel na all over the world. Biafra is coming about them back, because that's finally when we find our home. And it's coming. So when they don't actually, every time ndị Yoruba unada azụ afịa na Lagos, ndị ji afịa na Lagos on the Igbo, yet ekukpocha shop ndị be anyị arụkwa ọzọ. Ndị Hausa na-azụkwa ịmago Ugwu Hausa. I'm not really familiar with Ugwu Hausa, but I'm na ndị be anyị nwere shop there. And onye ọwụrụ na-eme everybody in ha azụ ya, ma ị nọrọ ha ebe inwe ike ị na-ele ahịa, ị na-elepụ. Ndị be anyị leaves our country, jee obodo ndị ọzọ, more their language. Now, so Germany, also master video get so or Italian or Spanish or Italian, I think so. obido kịta eso ya ọ naghị ya i-recognize na ya awaji na-eche wee waji as onye Igbo omenu yam festival ya even though that na ọ nọ into your culture also na-enjoy gbaa egwu obodo unu even ọnụ nwaanyị ụnụ ọ na-anụ nwaanyị ebe a nwaanyị ya bịakwa a na-asụgodo obodo ọ na-elukwa taịm ndị be anyị ji emekwa awa own culture imekwa ka onye gị na ya nọrọ malụ na ne even recently ka anyị na-akwa ndị mmadụ si kụzibere ụmụ gị otu esi asụ Igbo maka gịnị mbọsị anyị ya nọ na-eme meeting ụmụnna ịchọ suggest something ka anyị esi gị wait a little bit we will explain to you after so ọ ka mma na ị maara asụ ọ ya wa a na-eti okwu ọnụ itiekwu ọnụ ka anyị esi gị we will explain to you later ọ ihe eji asịsị kụziwe mana ọ bụ ma Nigeria is scared of ndị be anyị. You dare not go to war with Nigeria. We did it. So whatever they are doing to you today, the reason come on, ever amuna atom now all of this thing that is going on in Nigeria is that you know when you're cutting off your nose to spite your face, in well for refineries that can boost the country economy. In well seaports all over the country. And then more knowing that Nibo people they strong in importation, factory, but unable to hear from somewhere. Let's assume. Why don't you open up those seaports to generate revenue there? Why don't you open refineries so that we can be able to refine our crude oil? Make it, but because of the feeling open this tap na when they are okay. Marginalization most of the Yoruba jebe southeast focus southeast. Some also say every development in the southeast was developed by in the by when federal government presence. So why are they so scared na pay national tapa? Then when they are benefit here, because they saw that when the regional government was working. How far and by jello, southeast jello, regional development. Mbaka tap apple pay the tap, and they knew that now. Mr. Kai, they call one this thing, one video one time of go on. Say that now, if you leave Ndi Igbo to develop themselves, no regional development, then now develop again. And one day they will come and claim the whole country. I don't know if you remember that video. Now, if you leave them to develop, then one day they would come and claim the whole country. If you know that fear that I'm telling you, what you don't know is bigger than you. They are scared that now one day they will even lose them, they are this, but they forgot that from the beginning we never conquered anybody. So the thing I don't just understand it, like you cutting off your nose to spite your face. Nigeria could have been more far where they are today if they had tried. If they could have, let's say, forget about all this of a thing and decide to give everybody equal opportunity, we wouldn't have been where we are today. But not because of the hatred, the email, every particular person or people. No. That's why I always advise everybody, anybody that I see, be careful of hate. It's very, very bad. It makes you not to even concentrate on the real deal when you hate. Love is the ultimate to everything that you do. Check out the life of Adade Rama today because of hate. Hate made Adade Rama to get out of the struggle. Adade Rama that will be speaking, and how many people will follow viewers our name Adade Rama saying viewers before. But again, hate cost her a lot because Emokuzi or loses his sight of this is the struggle. Ihe ọnọdụ ịkpọta ha Ngozi Arabeze n'akụkụ ya or spark ya because of hate. What you don't know is bigger than you. Ngozi Arabeze carry gị by far. Just use Nigeria and Ndị Igbo to see Adadorama and DPM. DPM were quality. A woman that is coming out for senatorial election in the state of Georgia. And to compare with Adadorama feature Umaze French Ike. Umaze Kirikiro Umaze Kenyonse or Zienimi feature Ike. Now fight DPM. So if the gap and Oboro na bad work at the same. The struggle the main people you expecting teach the struggle or how I know. Mr. Kai, if I may ask you a question. Kelebe nwere Igbo land in America? If can anyone, Ocean Master, can you remind me?
Igbo land, I think it was Atlanta, Georgia.
Aqua Georgia?
Yes.
Kelebe DPM no?
Na Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you. And she's going for senatorial election.
Election, yes.
Now already, the Baye will go a monument in the state of Georgia. Can they recognize Nnamdi Kanu as a citizen of America?
The same Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you. Why I'm bringing up all of this point for you is for you. When you take advantage of what you see. Nnamdi Kanu took advantage of the internet to educate us, to teach us what we don't know. Yoruba, today, and then everyone educate you and tell me the reason why Dr. Ngozi Arabeze cannot take this opportunity as well, knowing the state of Georgia will love to at this time when you naturally amend of whatever wrong that they have done. A protest of free Palestine. If we can allow. They did not, because of Guinea. Because of what Hitler did to Jewish people then. And now, for the fact that we already have that connection with this state, knowing that not Africa, Igbo people drown themselves in the water because they don't want to be slaves. I think there is something that is cooking. And especially when onye buy Loro ni soro ni ha na-arụ na that state, it will help. Ihe niile ahụ ebe ha si agbara aka n'azụ anyị onye jiji ya n'akọ ya. Adadorama onwe think nwuru this far. Ọmakwa na ihe a na-akpọ Igbo landing. So see ihe ọma wee cause the van 419 na-achọ onye oyi eri akpa ya. Na-akwụgharị ọfụgodi the opportunity self ihe ya achọgodi otu ego a esi wee bana personal pulse ya. Ekwuru okwu 100 men or channel ya na 100 men nke na ọmaka Nnamdi Kanu wee na maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-asị hai kele onye tọfụtara ụdị alụ a chai kele onye think negori vam Nnamdi Kanu is take his suggestion no vam parking store guy. So when you see people hate you for no just reason, you must know that there is something special about you. I like it again. It's not everybody will like you. Mana, sometimes hate comes from the deepest part of the heart. When you are scared of something, either you show it by hating or you're attacking because you want to defend yourself. I don't have anything against you. I can easily be free to talk to you and share or even want to learn what you know. But in inferiority complex, because what will I do? I will always try to subdue you, to show you that you know nothing, even though I know nothing. So all here amen. So the by should actually know that now. Hapucha hate of ọnụ kwuru njọ ga-emecha kwuo mma na Nigeria. Ọ ga-erute everybody. It will reach everybody. When Nnamdi Kanu na-preach about the killing na Nigeria before, o nwere onye chọbụ that is happening 2006. Mgbe a na-preach about the killing or to invade Yoruba land, how many of them kill at that time that will believe it? But it's happening today. So emecha igekwe by force. You must agree. And ask all of them, they will tell you that the Southeast, obeli hemelo na Southeast, na ejikwa Fulani ejikwa eme, a bit agreement, arrangement, how to take them out. Mana, how many kings can adopt go na Yoruba? How many? How many kings? How many of their town, cities, village are overrun go? What are they doing? Nothing. I saw come the when Nandi and on a Nibo on a way makere ihe na-emen. I know get casualty in something. But at least the buy can make quicker response to that. I hide you this special. Ebe ọ na-eno. Ụmụ ọzọ onye Igbo ka mma ahụ. Chineke nna kere anyị naturally like that. Macho nke gị, ịchọ na nke m. The moment you always start becoming contented with what you have or who you are, life will be so better for you. Therefore, need jugi as onye bụ doesn't matter. Mmadụ emegbu na nwa mmụọ, mmadụ emegbu na mmụọ, nwa mmụọ emegbu na nwa mmadụ. Mgbe anyị na-eto inu ka anyị ji to, ndị Igbo na-atụ inu a na-eme mgbe a tụrụ inu a na-echetara gị the reality of life, how life should be. Nwa mmadụ emegbu na nwa mmụọ, nwa mmụọ emegbu na nwa mmadụ. It shows you. Exactly. Stay on your own. Stay where you are. So, we are naturally built like that. Because now, because we really believe when constitution allow hidden Jewish and Christianity. There was a reason for that. For it got omenala. Because now another thing so quite this so natural. Omenala is so much natural towards the creator. Because omenala can still let you understand that so before he's all an mother claim no anage, he think twice. Because now one day you get no akwu ka igbu akwụ ihe ama mgbe ihe si n'elu akwụ daa gbajie ọnụ o metere buru ka hapụ ocean master ka o kwuo nke may God bless the United States of
ana m anwụ gị amụ just na Obi-Wan na ma dali nige bata no wee pụkwa na nke a na imisi ofe nketa afana gị n'eze.
Ọ na-anụ ebe ọrụ ọ na-anụ mana ị na-alakọka
my river goddess on behalf of Obi-Wan, my river goddess on behalf of Obi-Wan. Okay.
Mr. Kai, o nwere mgbe ọbụla I think grandma Kine muna river goddess ki jere Suffolk na this year every time he just na-ede
ọ na-adụ ụtọ ịnụ ka
please leave her alone. Ọ na-ege ifu na-ekwu ocean master ozugbo kwano
your darling. Your darling. Okay, you're welcome. Come here, River Goddess, your mic.
Okay, sir.
Your camera back on the on. What do I call the on? Check your camera before you take it back. All right, let's hear from you.
I greet all of you. Onye akpọrọ oku afọ ema na nsogbu ode.
And I saw.
Ocean Master.
Yes,
I greet you, sir. Maazim.
I greet you. Our own river goddess.
Obi-Wan, my darling.
Oh.
Oyo master, Otegi na-achọ ihe ga-emenụ me use all my statements. And you have been poking me the whole time. You mentioned go this thing 3 times. I'm counting.
Yes.
I'm strong. I greet you. I'm strong. You are welcome. I'm strong.
Because I say on behalf of only repeat the statement. What is going on? The last time, who make this statement the last time? Also, my hair game and somebody use here. Or tell him today. Or tell him today. Where's the on behalf of both what?
Don't mind Ocean Master. Don't mind Ocean Master.
Ocean Master, take your time. It's not.
Don't worry, because I had a member. Or often I can use on behalf of you.
Ocean
Mr. Kai.
Don't mind
to
them.
know.
I know.
They want to see the end of this battle.
Bamba, Obi-Wan, yeah, Okanaka Kaine, I na Bella Gia, I na Bella
Ion Genyamaka, Ion Genyamaka.
Of course, no one
Obi-Wan, my darling, Rafi and Bobu no Nyaka, Obana yo.
Hey, Maziga, you can hear the back and you got to go back and
every door, every door, they say no, my darling, or they say my darling. O segide again, no, o di mekwente kon no ihe ọ na-ekwu ọ na-esi
ị na-watch Mr. Kai ọ bụ na ịbata ọ bụ na ịnọrọ ọmbata efu nti aza ọbụla ọkwa ezie dị ọgbanyụ kamera ya
ịghọtara ọgbanyụzi kamera ọ nọrọ wee
na the voice Obi-Wan G pronounce that my river goddess. I
may take my time. You need to take your time and appreciate someone.
Maazị Kaida alụwana o mere enyi ọgbanyụzi kamera ya wee deriveti amụ ya
yes no river goddess
Obi my darling my darling o nwere ife ndị wee pụta ịma na asị onye nwanne ya na-ete egwu esi na gịnị me anụ m ihe i kwuru
my darling, no,
my darling.
He is
my darling. My darling. That's who Obi-Wan is. My darling.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell them. Wisdom Master. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's why I did do manual and I did tell you now. You got to should one. I can I have no on behalf of Obi-Wan, our own river goddess.
I greet you.
Exactly. Thank
you. As no one na-ete egwu n'ọgbọ. Obi-Wan, my darling, I came with bundles of money. I came with bundles of love. I came with bundles of rose flower to shower on you. Okay? All right. Ese. Nwanne m ịma nke a, ịma nke ọzọ. O nwanne m
meet you on
ịma
Sulu wee
nke
gụọ mana ma nke m ekwu na aga m egwu
Kwana na ya asịkwana ya ma
ọkwa oche masta bịara egwu okweghị ọgụgụ mgbe bịaza ka m gbapụtazi alụ nwanne m.
ai
O
aka ka
nwanne m
kumuri ibe ka
ịma
iweta
nke
ya
a ịma
ịma
nke ọzọ
ọzọ
enyi m ịma nke a ịma nke
ịma
ọzọ
nke ọzọ
ma ga-asịkwana na ga amalụsigo asịkwana na ga amalụsigo ife ụwa bụ afịa ife ụwa na-aga ka afịa osi aka nne abịaghị osi aka ekpe abịa osi aka nne agaghị ife ụwa na-aga ka afịa. So ọ ya ka m gbapụtalụ nwanne m ya. Maazị Armstrong
ihe darị n'aka.
yes, yes. My Obi-Wan, my darling, ikwutesigo ife niile m chọrọ ikwu maka this David Horim because o nwere mgbe ọ gbajuru dọlụ o wee pịa ya Tinubu see ya ka ikpe okpo. And there's one of my brother that said at the comment section exactly ozugbo o selie Tinubu see ya ka ikpe okpo sepụta ya ọ dị ka apịali ya ife ọ na-eli o wee nwayọọ mee gịnị wee nwayọọ chịkọna. Then another thing wee nwayọọ nakpunala onwe. Though I didn't follow the program well, but when there was a time we shouted, we cried, but him and I na-eti mkpu ụfọdụ aha anụ that ndị gowon na ndị otu ya chere Nigeria wee reche ndị Niger Sem wee reche ndị Britain. So at the second tenor when we were saying when China came and took their position, a na-asị mgba na I need loan from international ndị ọ bụ. They say that China has come to loan Nigeria money. That was when the second time China bought Nigeria. Wee bịa gwunyezie na-egwuruzi their lithium and a whole lot of things. And oge Maazị Okorocha America bịara ka o see bụ ha si ya mba n'ihe mere n'obo ndị China bawazie mba. China nọzia n'obodo Nigeria na-abaziri ndị obodo Okorocha. So mgbe a ka mma na ịmago anyaba aka ofegolu ife ọzọ. But all I know is, and I keep saying it, enwere one program which Maazị Kelenna did, but I was at the office. I couldn't watch it very well. I don't know how to get at it, but I think I'll still watch it again. And in that program, maybe Ocean Master, maybe you can help me if you were in Kelena's platform. And it was a very big exposition whereby the person that was analyzing the topic was a Ghanaian. So he was saying something how Saudi Arabia was like conquered, and that was what Nigeria was like asleep, and also the draft, like integrating the Boko Haram into the system, in the police, in the army, and, into a lot of things. So the guy was saying that he is writing or he is speaking, he is a Ghana person to the international community, that Nigeria kabo like Agase Ghana as a giant of Africa, that they should not keep watch for this to happen, because the way we were in the Boko Haram, that was what happened in Saudi Arabia, like as we are saying in Turkey, that was how they just bring down Saudi down, and that was the same pattern they brought into Nigeria by integrating these people into the system. So annihilating or imago by binding cable the ezigbote soldier na ezigbote ndị army, then left themselves to be in the system. Then, and when we were saying something, imago and a debate, and a fight, and a sinner, Okorocha, and Dibeya, and Ra, that na ha nwee interest na Nigeria because of mmanụ ha nka nke ọzọ. Then, oge n'ugwu Hausa, when we are doing this program, people thought it was a joke. Ha jide flag ndị America na-azọ ya ọkpa, jide flag ndị Israel na-azọ ya ọkpa na ha achọghị. Then to show us who is in power. No Shekaya Gumi bụ onye na-achị Nigeria long time, not Tinubu. And I thank God for whatever that is happening. When we look at the bad side, from the bad side, we can see the good side. Factually na fa na-emegbudo onwe fa by ijide our leaders like Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. The more and the longer they held him, a whole lot of things are being exposed. And no matter how strong, or no matter how delay or whatsoever, I think it is late that the Biafrans has crossed over. We have crossed over, and we are over indeed. So that is, what I want to chip in, though I did not follow the program. Oh, my darling that brought me in, okay? Kambia Bapatalia na egwu. And there was something I said again, I don't know, concerning the program Lasuba did concerning our ID card. And I keep asking, now blackmail and propaganda will take you nowhere. If ọbụna mmadụ na-eme ka imegide mụọ na ifiliri na because ịma na-alụlụ a na ka ị na-alụ ya. There is a fair lady that came out and was like, telling people about ID card, sensitizing people about it. When you want to make your program or you want to analyze it, you did not, Ada Diorama, you did not analyze that program the way that lady was analyzing it. And I want to tell you, you defend people. You defend people. That lady is a lady talking, not a man. And you saw quite all right that she is a lady and give boy a man or a boy. Why we are saying all these things? We don't know tomorrow. We don't know who's going to sue who. Because if I name but some people is regretting their actions already. Then why I am going to that? No, if for jaw, the lady say, na ID card a na-ekwu onye ọbụla jee nweta nke ya, not the necessary. That lady is a Biafran, and she has every right to propagate her country or her nation or her identity. You have no right. If we say stop, you have your platform. You are making your own programs, and she did not call you. What she's saying is like something that is important. ID card, any country that functions well, your ID card is you. I see no reason Nigeria has no ID card. I see no reason why they can go the light and we want to change the narrative. Then we are talking about this ID which identifies you, and you are turning it to be another thing. This young lady said that this ID, which is true, is for people who is living in the diaspora for now. It's not for Nigeria, it's not for people in the homeland. And this girl made it categorically clear in her explanation and in her analysis that you turned it upside down. Why I bring it forward? So that people that hear that your broadcast will hear it now and correct the narrative. That is, we are correcting the narratives. You understand? So, and you were saying that you have your own ID card, e.g. your own ID card. And na Simon kwuru sị Now this ID card, now people in the diaspora, not for people at home. Why are you kicking against it? Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, at a point, this insecurity, and solutions, everybody preferring solution. Then this survival whistle, you kicked against it. What made me have a kind of like flashback? There was something Mazekai was saying. I don't know whether it's yesterday or today about Ekwe. Mazekai was asking what is Ekwe in Igbo. A man there like flute or like a trumpet or like something. That's why the villagers Akura Anaya, and it has different sounds and rhythms and pattern. Nke ọ ga-agba akụ ọrụ obodo amalife na-eme. Most of us, Mabu Kelenna, we have left our ancestral land. Most of us has become ancestors in a foreign land. Dr. Ngozo Rabezena came out with this survival whistle. You didn't even allow it to last for a day. You brought it down. You fight it anyhow you can. Okay, when the last time when Dr. Ngozo Rabeze anekwu maka mmadụ nya onye ọbụla defend onwe ya, it was like thrown out, it was voted for. You kicked against it. You did not. But now you're talking about security. You are talking about guarding yourself. Now everybody, onwezi onye na-ezozizi ọnụ ezo na-asị gị ịmara otu ị ga-esi wee kwado onwe gị. That is, a na-asịzi the right for onye ọbụla inwe ife eji agba kpọkpọ. We Biafrans, God gave us IQ, our brain. We see ahead of time before it starts happening. So why I brought all this 1 and 2 and 3 join Yaya together is about this ID card you are kicking against, but you have your own. Another thing I want to bring in here, Biafrans, especially people living in the diaspora, there is a link so that you don't make mistake to go fall into the fall back and fall forward and fall before. Maybe you get the different original. Hey, Obi-Wan, help me. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. So, Biko, you people should be very careful so that no man fake. Because all these people who know follow, that they know the truth, they know that USB has been redeclared, people that are confessing and people that are asking for apology, that doesn't want to fall in the right place, we don't know. So whatever they want, they go out and maybe present to you that is not from USB government. Please and please don't make that mistake. Maybe if you go get search on the street or anywhere, if anything you are being apprehended or you are being questioned on it, then you don't bring it on the USB. USB ID card is so authentic. Otu Simon Ekpa, the first, otu ahụ o si wee wepụta ya, unu bụ ndị nwere the first class ID card. That is still the same for the people that are having it now. There is no change. It is authentic. And I am using this medium to beg our people in the diaspora that is having their own. Go to the website. Don't go to the backyard so you don't fall cheap, so you don't fall scam. I know. So that's what I want to bring to our notice and to remind our people doing things and doing things right. I drop my mic. Thank you, Obi-Wan, my darling. Thank you, Ocean Master. Thank you, Mazekai. Thank you, commenters. Thank you for people that will still come in. Udo deronu. Onye chọrọ udo, udo ruo. Onye na-achọ ọkwa n'udo, udo nọtere ya aka.
Can finalize there something? Because I'm more tall.
Kai Mazekai alachakwuo m ọnụ ya. Ahụchikwenu m anya. Ọ gịnị dị? Hey, no kwa.
Hey, give everyone. Give everyone. I'll give you now.
Wow, molekozi wara akara. Ọ gbadoro akara na gbasi akara ahụ na akpụ dị something na akpụ dị something. Ihe ọ na-eche ọ bụ na Ocean Master sizie n'azụ. Nọ na amaghị m ha busy.
Ana meje my master bụ Ocean Master ka ọ pụta ka.
Enye ka nne ka ọ na-adịwa busy somehow n'ime somewhere until ọ gbazirezie bịa.
Aka na nwoke na ibe na-emekwa nwoke si n'iko ya na ibe na-eme.
Check what is going on now. Nigeria drama now. If that now, what is it? What actually caused the war? What caused the war? 1967 war. Okwa ka agbanarị what is going on now? Ka eji wee jee agha. For how many years it took in Nigeria to realize what we saw or what our parents saw after independence that actually led to war. You see how many years it took. For how many lives that is going just because of a decision of a man. Gowon could have, because no, Bona, I think that it happened intentionally. Because why? Obona analogo wezota Nigeria. Obona analogo wezota Nigeria. Let's say because America fought, most of the country that is doing well, they fought for that their freedom. Nigeria was never fought for to get it, and that's why nobody took it serious. Everybody chose to be nobody wants nobody is thinking of anything that can actually help to uplift the name of the country. They're proud of the country, and at the same time to make the whole thing worse, because to make it worse, Naka government as Nigeria won empire, because I can still remember when I was born that most of the Ibo can abacha moto government bunyehana. At least I can go ikaya fundi by nego 504 mint. By then. Ikaya fundi by ego 504 mint. Tiaroba. Mmadụ na buy kita na egozi new car. How many people na egozi new car? But then, during that time, civil servants can well abana. Most of them can anya moto nabo. Nke company ebunyegi na nkengi wanaya. Is it happening now? It doesn't happen anymore. So within that time, all of these things faded away. Ndikita amade anything about governance. Amade na government with responsibility. Come on, borehole na community can hire representative constituency. Ko borehole. Even the money is na abata mmiri. Borehole individual na agbapu. Nke jisi ke gbapu ya ode afia chima obi a borehole Chimobi or Okwego government coach were lawyer. Soludo Rosa Park in Anambra State or their solution park. Ibazo flyover in Abia State or there Ibazo flyover with the government cash. Government money.
You believe it?
I'm telling you. KKC will be in that time. At this 2026, Kamadu Kaji main road, a campaign for main road to do campaign. Main road in or abroad. And whether in name campaign in a like tender, like even no. All these small job here, all people know my age and your age. All you have to do is to submit tender. Government and you get all Diego. Government has said well, I can get jail royal. You will receipt is well. I bet take a here or go. Tell me, where are those kind of things? Kelebe, only in suppose we want those tender job. Ndị na-ewere those tender job bụ ndị senators. Ndị a na-akwụ fat salary already. And yet they won't do that job. But anyway, most of the job that is there for middle class, ndị cannot in a school, say for capital university. Na your community, if you pothole, you can submit neighbor and I and that. A government says ngwa ijide ego capital give ro ihe say go first before you will go carry nye ego kiwa manelo chapters inspect ihe lo onye own agbaka aka because that is why it just that na everybody will collectively we are the government ofu isi ade mafia. You can't finish it all yourself. But then when a big gap between ndị na-achị anyị na the people a na-achị, a big gap to the extent that na afunu bemu that na soludo for the fact na mmadụ kpọchi shop ya na ọchọghị imepe shop taa gọọmenti asị ya n'iwu na emepe shop otherwise own shop. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Mr. Kai. Your own shop.
I don't know what I feel like, my brother. What I feel.
Yeah, government asking that Natali, it has never happened anywhere, but it's going on in Nigeria. And in what year are we in? What year are we in?
What do you expect? How they enter determines what they will do when they enter. You know, some people just.
But those things, it shows you that Indiana Chachi Amadi the role of a government to start with. How the role a government is supposed to play in people's life that na somebody ya puta iwe ya n'igwe bunu onali a certificate igwe governor ya no 4 years or 8 years onali igwe certificate igwe anebe nwike jide ndị igwe
my uncle here. One.
Cornelia certificate igwe.
I didn't tell you.
Oh.
I didn't tell you. I said, just the certificate.
Okay. Your uncle's not a certificate.
No, about which no problem.
You see, my guy, Obi-Wan, you see.
So, Omeche not telling you, maybe talk about the certificate again.
You see, there's one thing about this. According by Obi-Wan, you see, Imana, ndi okundi busi that na obodo ndi isi ka onye ofu anya na-aba eze. And no obele mmiri ka nsịkọ bụ ka ị na-akpụ ya mara ya akpọ nsịkọ na crabs. One of the species of crab, yeah. Nsịkọ na-aba eze. Now, some of the by maybe let me use the word maybe because of lack of knowledge or lack of exposure. Ka ọ ga-abụ mmadụ bịa lụọ ụzọ ndị nne nwaanyị apụta na-agbali ya egwu. Ifu ndị nne nwaanyị apụtara agụ egwu na-agba. Ifu ndị okenye ndị ike. Yes? Okay. Ichili ọzọ so ịbagodo ọda room.
Some master support oil ozugbo nje.
Na maga be si pa o maka da wa ri go so no bra aka go meto ilo de bamba bam kembe mana de ba
some master na here on
no ke wo dos no ogbako do room.
Okay. So you can imagine, if somebody could be a loser, epụtafụ ma ndị okenye ma ndị mmadụ a na-celebrate ụmụ akwụkwọ mechie aka na-eme those things. You see, in a good society, in a sense society, in a goodwill society, let me not say developed world, these things are not meant to be celebrated. It's even nothing. You dare not say it because it's just
money.
like
It's your money. It's your money. That's why you pay tax.
Yes, it is your money, number one. And these are the supposed things for them to do. These are part of their job. I don't need to compliment you on your job. Exactly. Extracting the extraordinary, then we can now compliment you. And exactly. Let me see this. You see, or if you feel like that Nanibo or in the Bongo, government, I'm not talking about government, to hell.
Can you imagine? Even water, suppose you water corporation.
Water corporations.
Supplies water to every building.
Water works. Yes, and I know one in every of my own. It's my egum. Wapwebo hole. Wapwebo hole. No, no, the miri. And you will never hear it from my mouth. But politicians, gauge legal public. Wapwebo hole. And not only how Wapwebo now, they influence the value of that borehole.
Bill receipt the money the borehole now.
Apart from going to sign here, ego hajiruya, yes, it's part of it. One egana banaka.
Exactly.
So you see the Ifa from Ifa as a very wickedness and that one. And then the buy na klo hakana klamo over if we are not seeing no nyama. And some of these people that are saying this, they are educated. Then if you throw if you bring out some, you try to bring out some certain things to limelight, they will argue with you as if then the little thing they will term you opposition. On a serious note, they were looking for a way to hurt you. So you see, in the buy they are due to Nisi and in the madam for long. Or guess I mean the buy. If my okay, the man they go out for my yena. And he behave nobody was nice, was on the right direction. And let me say this with one. You said that na another Igwe certificate governor that were 4 to 8 years. Another Igwe for life. Igwe botil in some of the Igwes it is a life, yes, because all the hereditary. Now, if you a governor, an elected governor, if you don't have Igwe, by the way, Igwe, opposing a certificate from governor. Ndabia turn ally.
Governor suppose yes, issue certificate to His Royal Highness. Community.
Yes, Ndabia is not turn ally. The rights or the nana. Or more menana, ordinana. Let me use the word ordinana. Ordinana had an turn a line upside down. And then the bio
government our ordinana.
And yes, and then the bio will stylishly now accept that thing. Let me say this before us. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Go and ask your father, your forefathers. Go and ask the older people. How Igwes, how Ndiezes are throned. Even Nanyankai, before, Igwe, I've said it before, Igwe Ndieze, Ndiochie, at the Agena government house. They don't have any business they're going there. It is governors that comes to the palace. I witnessed that with my eyes. Go and check all these old Igwes, not even there and just restaurant anyhow. I'm of very wine anyhow. Go and check those Igwes. When Igwe na happen na palace ya, Igwe gano, Governor Igwe date ga convenient na nwee bịa Igwe nye date then nwee ike ndị obodo abịa gọvanọ abịa na palace Igwe kene Igwe etu esi ekene sekpule ana kene Igwe runata were mmanya bịa ekpee ekpere then o wee gee gọvanọ ntị oge sie gọvanọ ntị ọ bụrụ nọ nke dị acceptable ọgwụ ya na egwu ya ebe ọ na-mere ihe na ayịyọ ka gọvanọ na-eji abịa you don't come to give an Igwe nwe obodo eze nwe obodo
watch video Wike na insult Igwe.
Yes, I saw the one on insult one man. And let me say this, it is just because because of Yaiku, it is just because now these people have, reduced the power of a lot of things. Some of them destroyed. Obulumwe inuwa nosa. One you dare not deal with and the Fuchi. Digwe is not fighting you. But ihe mere o ji wee bụla eze ahụ ihe amana onwe ihe mere because this is not ihe Igwe mere or ihe obodo ọramụ obodo the whole community tụkọ aka wee mee. It don't install if you remember the man, I think it was I don't know if it is about Macaulay or who is that insulted one of the Oba in Yoruba land. Ebe ọ sị na why na ọ kwụrụ ọtọ ka obi ọbata. The man I joined on Yamakona will say yes, Babariamba, but the man didn't talk. But at this time of hour, within the wee hour of the day, I think it was at General Colonel Abuden or Barisamame Echenyerie. It was one of the government top rank personnel. But on Alunabie, that very particular midnight, we Obogide ka nkịta achụ efu. Obogide ka nkịta anwụnwa before chi efu. This history na-agwa gị dị n'open. Now, before one, at least ịbịa na side ya ịya ama like ọrụ mgbe Abrikete one of Umunze dị go and check. Abrikete one of Umunze ọ na-ebinye eje afọ ihe na eje afọ okay let me say now etu Igwe Orizu Igwe Orizu na Nnewi ọ ka dị ndụ today. You're not gonna na-esi Igwe Orizu na binye ka o jeje fụ idiota na nọ na government house or onye Soludo. Igwe Orizu cannot do that. Igwe Orizu of Nnewi that is alive can't do that because so Igwe chizuru echizu ọ maala ihe bụ ọ maala the rules the regulations omenala Bossy Soludo kwadotara je na bie. You cannot see such that class of Igwe Peter Onwe. So what am I trying to say? That does not on a lot of things. And until we get it right, these people now as governors, some of them were questionable characters. Give the respect to our Igwes. So Igwe anaghị anọ ọ bụrụ na egwu na-enwe need na-enwe Igwe nwere ndị a na-akpọ gbasara Igwe nwere ndị a na-akpọ onowus nwere ndị ichies nwere ndị nzes nwere Igwe cabinet nwere ndị ihe dịgasị ozi dị anya not Igwe nwe obodo. And they should have no matter where they found this where they brought this system of Igwe, it is never certificate Naka governor. They should find a way to abolish it. It is not done.
I was a bit worried at some point, based on our constitution and how to sort most of Imagona because now too much right now cause quite so many things because rate of divorce and whatever. I'm not saying that is going to be our portion, but most of the things that Kajiko Kwarayono here is that now everybody come at their place in the family. Obono in a society where people, because now when so many people anodi or ano nwanya nobody is that there's nothing encouraging. If only nke bago n'ime aba mapụta asị gị na n'ọwa ka ọ dị Now, when you come to our constitution, because Nabai Imepe has to come with so much freedom as well. You understand? So when I think there was a place that explained it a little bit based on before. You can explain more about that, but I think I had even no that now before the case before rule to the court now go there. Mommy, that's what I'm saying. Like before maybe a house a marital case, before it get to the government, it has to first of all be sorted with the local
na family. Okay, I
yes.
give you in a family. Then if make case here before marital issue up while now. Now, inwe nna because nwoke na-anụ nwaanyị bụ onye nwe family. Then okwu gbawara ya na nwunye ya oke, ọ bụ na okwu osebe ukwu na ya na nwunye ya edozite nwa ọzọ. Ikpọ the father nke nwoke akpọ nna ya ọ nwunye akpọ nna di ya ọ nne di ya. Nwaanyị nwere ike ijekwuru nne di ya na ọ bụ na okwu dị aṅaa nne di ya ga-akpọ nwa ya nke nwoke okwu dị mma like that. Then nne mama ya ayọdoro ya then o kwere ya okwu. But in a situation whereby na okwu karị nne ya then o buji etu nne ya. Ọ bụrụ na nne ya nọrọ ndụ akpọ uncle ya the elder person na befa or the elder brother the matured. Then mgbe ekwuwezi ya uche awuti n'ụmụnne a oke nne na di na nwunye ra ejide ha ọzọ n'okwele wepụta ya na ụmụnna can be uncle ya nwanne papa ya uncle ya and this is ekwu ya di ekwucha anya ọ bụrụ na ekwupụta dị ebe anwa dị na-ebujezie ya na nnukwu ụmụnna at this time na obi ka ọ bụ not ụmụnna before ebuje na ụmụnna. Do you understand? Before wepụzia na nke ọrụ obodo maọbụ na nke igwe. And normally in those days, this thing doesn't get to that level. It doesn't get to that extent because people will respect, will regard, will empathize, believe on the rule and on the rule and regulations of nature. And I hope that they are genuine love as well.
Onwe they serve, onwe eke, obona digi like nwoke na-eti nwunye ihe. Adukati anogide umikrobia ajebe ha pia ya ezigbo tụtara. You know?
Ụmụnne ya na ụmụ okorobịa na ụmụnne ya ga-emegodi ihe na nwa mmadụ ụmụnne gị ga-eji aka ha ọ bụrụ mgbe a na-eme ihe ọfụma a na-eji aka ha tiriti onye ahụ ọfụma ịghọtago. ụmụnne gị nwa bụ nwoke.
I love that in our constitution. Imana ndị be anyị if DPM now shout about Biafra, some people don't actually understand the freedom. Like what is it that is coming to them that now they will never regret it in their life? Let me tell you, one of the worst things that happened to Nigeria as a nation is killing all the institutions that held people that can held someone responsibility of what you did.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. When you kill institutions that monitors departments, for instance, when they suppose in a police or to a police is a department that is not police, they are not police people, but they are after police people.
Yes.
Because if you're in a city, you might think that police is the this and that. No. That is why you can be able to control them. Because although is being a mother a weapon of destruction, the reason why in a Abamba NBA now, of where can I be? Hello. This fighting, kickboxing fighting.
Okay, FCT. UFC, sorry.
Yeah, in a pia or in a pure or whatsoever. In my license, you're not allowed to fight outside.
Yes, you
The
don't.
reason
Even in
why they teach
boxing, in karate, you don't fight out.
exactly because you are a trained killing machine. The same way soldiers are not meant to fight to be found outside. Police
Yes.
have much more power to soldiers than soldiers have to police.
Yes.
Because you need to be able to control. You can't teach somebody. Onye mme togide kita enwe ka maham na nam o nwere ebe m ga-atụọ gị aka ndụọ gị aka n'ahụ gị ifentie. But when you are enrolled in an institution that is all about eliminating somebody, they teach you those things.
Yes.
Now you know. Now you are okay. I'm amazing how to eliminate people. Now you now take it outside and start using it on people. That is the reason why they make sure that you don't use it to the civilians, because knows how to use that thing. Is expecting that to come to them. Civilians are civilians. So when you are given access to a gun, you need to be checkmated. Now think about it in Nigeria. How do you see a soldier nọ n'ihu their barracks one day? Ndị mmadụ ị na-agafe ha kpọọ gị nye gị shovel sị gị bịa ka ikpo aja. Police eburu egbe si bie pụta in the morning. Ọkwụghị ụgwọ akwụkwọ ụmụ ya ebe ha bi na-esi isi. Police quarters dị messed up. Na retired ones akwụ ụgwọ ihe na mana o bu egbe mgbe ọdịna ya bịakwuo n'ihu gị ị na-agwa nọrọ ịmakwa digrii anwụ na-acha na Naịjirịa. Digrii anwụ na-acha na Naịjirịa ezugo oge ịgbaka mmadụ isi. O wee were ya kwụrụ n'anwụ iwe buru BMW AC na-eku n'ime ya o Mercedes AC na-eku ya wee bịa paakị ya n'ihu ya na-techa ude yiri chain bịa na-agwa ya about your right. Ebe enweghị institution that checkmates those kind of people. The reason why Obiano yejichicha Anambra State je lụọ carton sugar si na airport na Texas je na-akpụgharị nkịta, nobody is checkmating them. The reason why we yezi ọchịcha na Rivers State o wee fubara tidia ọ dabazi ha anụwa ọgụ ihe a na-eme ozi asị gọvanọ onye chigiri chicha ọchọma ya tinye ka ya yali probie. That is how they continue the chain of corruption. Because nobody is checkmating anybody. Nobody.
Exactly.
And when institution in Nigeria that now when you do something, I have a place to go and report to you. Name this thing. And that's why you see all this chaos and anything that is working. And it will not work if you don't take it out in a time. And let me tell you another reason why Nigeria cannot be. Because now there will be no justice, there will be no peace without justice. It's all correct in Nigeria now. You have to start punishing they suppose they punish a long time ago. And how do you think that when you decide to punish Olusegun Obasanjo about corruption, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku about ego electricity, how many of these guys do you think that will allow to be prosecuted?
They cannot, because they have the people on their palm, the people that put on the system.
Or put a panel, tried it, or finish it up. And we got so many people that committed themselves in this state of Nigeria as it. Like I think that the way they did it intentionally, that the corruption will be a chain from the founding fathers. He made them so phone, so each of phone, a man call everybody like this. Here now, they go involved in a corruption in Nigeria are not, you can't. Imagine those in Nigeria without any tribe. You can see George was on Yoruba. Ndi Yoruba, not because no Yoruba kids are judge in the Yoruba, Makano Nibo, na George. Mboso you to Yoruba ton or face in the board, George, that is not judgment anymore.
Yes.
That is not judgment anymore. Because now everybody in
Yes.
Nigeria, even if you don't want to be corrupt, they will push you into it.
Yes.
That's why Haja Asigi EJ Birogo na local government chairman or councillor. So that he's all councillor, he's all own with a beauty bribe governor. Kama when whereby it's a blue ballot post, KWF. From there, if okay, say me, or just Carlos said we used to kill people in PDP. And national television. So tell me, how many of these guys that are not going to go down may try revive Nigeria? Because now this thing we have for that now it can never work. It will not work. It does chagodi Nigeria today. You need to punish. You need to show example of what kind of nation that you want to build. Because no leadership by example.
Obi-Wan. Let me. Yes. But he didn't go to jail. He didn't go to prison.
Yes. Zuma, former president. Jacob Zuma, former president. Why I'm saying all these things so that now is not anyway leadership and leadership by example. You cannot, because now ihe case I've been a court. But a lawyer can use that where refer to another case. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
On a very good day, lawyers in Nigeria can actually use release events based on rehabilitation of repentant Boko Haram.
Yeah.
So when you give a judgment to some certain case, and then refer West, I see in the case of I won't a lawyer, but I know that I've seen it careful how whatever is going on in Nigeria, how it pushed everybody to want to be interested in. That's how I started having interest in all of these things, to actually know that some certain things that I know. It's not that I know it before, but situation warrants that now where the problem is. And with the help of the internet, everybody was able. I don't have to go to law school before I actually Google something to know about how this thing works.
Yeah.
That's why I say that at this time, the Noyemepta internet did a good thing to the world. That is where the shift is happening. Today, we are following what is going on in Iran because of we can be in our room. Oh, why not here and there have a discussion?
The world have become a global village now.
You see? So things it is much more easier for, especially when the information is going through, the much more easier. So Nigeria cannot go in a certain stage, only in a certain stage that now either you divide it. I see on your own, Belusiano, Njonu men, Abun, Kebiro Kwazianisi. Mamanobu no can continue as Nigeria. Mana, everybody that committed anything in Nigeria should be punished, should almost be punished.
Yes, I'm not yes, I'm not interrupting you, but number one, you see, when you are building a project, maybe 1 decking, 2 decking, 4 decking, 17, 20, or high rise, you must have to build according by the foundation, according by a specification, right? Now, when you want to achieve something, you plan it and plan it well, rightly. If you don't plan it rightly, it will not work. Now, in the case of Nigeria, there is nothing like Mbagala or Bunagi Quota or the corrupt or the corrupt people making it take it out. It have gone beyond that. And to start with, those who fix Nigeria, who couple it together, couple it on a very wrong ground. In the sense of, if you want to couple things together, you must have to, first of all, make sure that you build those objects that they can align together, all of them. And once you fail, you can never achieve that desired result. It's either no way no matter the alignment, even you're gonna vibrate until some assault or money is no here. Just near time, obeloge if you collapse or if you're not until you're making or they're down. No aircraft no pilot, no same pilot. We try to position it in a wrong way. We have calling key take off. And then no seller. We try it. So what am I saying? You see, those who coupled Nigeria together, coupled it to fail, like it has failed today. They know exactly what they did. So we cannot adopt anything. The only solution is this. As Biafra have been declared, option, because drag it from now till tomorrow. That redeclaration have taken place, and it shall stand at all cost. It's either I stand today as we are talking, or I stand tomorrow or next tomorrow. But
also master, and we're so many signs, that is pointing at that Nigeria cannot. People now in some platforms where they talk about the problem in Nigeria. I just keep laughing at some people there. Anybody that is still trying to complain about what this politician did, what the other one did, I've already known the answer. Divide the country. Now, when I say there are so many things that is pointing their hand towards that Nigeria cannot work, do you remember when Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast of common pig milk? I am efi na buy. Efi that you can keep one place for ranching.
Yeah.
If you make a provision for the Ghana efi then for a job you can create for people to get a job in the farming. He will have feed if you are no ebe buoibu ubuchaibu when we keep
yes.
Yeah. Annuadi nefi iso. And when sometimes if that's a mother akpunye ngo ofu efi ine nefi punye mother otacha.
Yes.
But why not you keep efi at one place? Feed the way the efi. Ibu ofu efi anu akalia. Ibiadia ina pipta milk. And I went fresh milk na fresh milk na ele is the way, but we prefer to go to England to go and import pig milk. Pig milk. Sequel from the same if you are in Nigeria. So when you see common things, simple things that a country, although smart people not even the country, but there are some certain things, certain ways of developing a country, or you see some certain things that is going on in Nigeria, and when you ask yourself, was this intentional, or why are we not doing it this way? And even when you suggest it to somebody, I say happier, no way case me. Now when mago, they had also know channel law people of Nigeria how to manage in every situation. Maybe they had church. Maybe then ayochubu komelo ya kamo soto. In the morning, emokani just see miracle. Where come Bali, cha miracle aso. But they want you to go and kneel down to command God to come and do their come for you. I don't know if you get my point. Common, yeah, and so many. I've been saying I happen on you, not so how we and I if you on our see na north, Jaro the whole main road. Not as say if you are not saying at the whole main road. Meanwhile, you can keep that efi na one place. On your see there, we then see where you manure.
When you can equal say, "Obody na see you, you if you know." Okay, it is manageable. Everyone, if you're driving across Nigeria, I'm telling you, express. I mean, the highest was then when I buy express, and when I Bongo express. Now driving on express on a high speed, one need to interest you that need get mad of full speed. The velocity, or okuru mpo n'ubu command the if you are na obasaria. Maybe a break or name fine, which have taken a lot of life in express road. Sometimes if you are gonna refer, but I will cause nuisance. Now the same if you are going to be in the mad tidy or for the safe if you are a cado on a galon or camu. One in a country, look, like Italy now, the animal milk. Where yana or mozzarella means oh my god, it's like a milk a form or the form of butter or burger and then we from if you name we from buffalo and the other one very nice. It will according to a lot of things. Milk doesn't cost in the Western world, you know that.
Exactly.
Fresh milk.
Is what everybody can be able to afford.
Yes, and then with fresh milk. Not even
where's
the
Howard one, sir? Where's Howard one? Where like
now in a place like Holland. Holland they were much any mineral resources. But like all these things and they produce here, that supply over. It will called Israel. In the other country.
Nigeria. Oh,
good. Yes. But it doesn't buy in abundance. Now, with the kind of nature Chineke nyelai, look at what these people are doing. And that brings me to the one. Somebody asked a question watching the program. See, when you go to that country called Nigeria, you look at this the calibers, the kind of leaders that they give you. Take from the history of Nigeria. For example, those people to you, are they truly the best brain you have in that part of the world? Just like what you have today, Tinubu of all people.
Yeah.
A man without, okay, let me say Tinubu and Buhari linked. So now, these two men have no certificate that identify them. Even if now Muhani member, now you may have one member, in 1 year, good. No, yes. Number two, you can't even okay. As now, only can you what about Nimbu? Did you can line a juice in here? Can you do no money?
What do you know? Identity.
Can they open no go out from one with I can na at least and then when they identify. Yes,
people should have insisted. People should have insisted when Tinubu said he graduated from a school that
I'm trying to drive your mind somewhere. You understand? Now bring it down. Is this person, apart from education, is this kind of a person supposed to be in leadership affair? In a country, okay, like Eba and Obi-Wan. Yes, it may not be the most class world or this thing, but now they will accept. Do you understand? With the kind of allegation when able now, you can never dare. Do you understand? Dare bring out and you know raise and take a form, fill a form that he want to. That is, he intend to how we lead into prison.
That is why in the say that they killed the institutions suppose Neno INEC chairman, a former party, a present card carrier member of APC, Kewel Me INEC chairman, and Ojuno ya resign, and everybody just keep quiet. And when some small things, see that na in Afro Nigeria, in Afro Nigeria, you just so disappointed. Even if you are in a hukita, okay, let's say na hawajia efi agahari anwana efi. At least you can make out a fine leather from our obefi. Nki iburu igba ya akpụkpa, ewelu that leather, you can be using it to be producing jackets and bags and all those kind of things. Onwere ebe fụrụ a na-agba akpụkpọ efi a na-take advantage of anwụ na-acha efi a na Nigeria. Everything is useless. Everything is useless. Chineke nna kesara care everybody just to concentrate in natural resources mmanụ dị na Niger Delta. Ndị Niger Delta na onwe ha a na-ekwu okwu divide Nigeria. Ụfọdụ a na-asị leave our oil for us. Na onye asarị asị onye kwukwana ka ndị Igbo touch our oil no nkewa. Mana asarị aghọta that na enwe Biafra today. That is the time ndị ugwu ya akwụsị ime mmanụ ha, because I were 40 states of Biafra.
I think that's what Odecharo correct.
I'm using his own context.
Yes, 1 minute. That's my point. I wouldn't stand why somebody is telling my own history. I will tell my history by myself. Now, Asadi Dokobo is not just that he on carry out an agenda on there, which you know what it means. Utmost Damfodio. Otman Damfodio. Now, when you talk about Manu, I don't know what they mean by Niger Delta, but whatever they call it, Manu the Niger State. Manu the Nimo State, Manu the Nanambara, Manu the Menugu, gas, and a very large gas deposit in Enugu State. The one they call Southeast, all of it are endowed with mineral resources. So they are trying to use that. Now they are saying, no, Niger Delta Manu to create more division, to create more hatred and this. They're making it to some of them. Getting into their head that Igbo man chomano. Excuse me. For example, Paraniva State, Ohaji Eboma, or opposite na rivers. Yesterday, under making they could not collect the land actually collect in Imo State for long years. This battle under which as coach, all of them, they couldn't. But under the man they brought from no contestant to governor, they quickly signed that under Wiki and the who was the they seeded that very particular local. I'm not talking about Ndochie. A lot of communities. Yes, now under this man case and happy when a Supreme Court, that case have been there since long time immemorial, and nobody want to judge it because they know what federal government wanted to do to see that one again to River State, and at the end under the Upos or Ninja, he know the politics they play now, you know what it means. They got it, but that is by the way. We know that what they are trying to do is that divide and grow or divide and conquer. The issue is that in Biafra, all those nonsense stop. And that is why they are fighting. They are doing, even the elite, some of the elite that benefited in the Biafra land in old eastern region, which means south and southeast. Some of them are against Biafra, not because they don't want it, because they are part of the benefactors of the bad or the evil system today. Just like you see, I'm not talking about the so-called state. It's not that. I just want to use it as an example. When the whole local government in Anioma or in Delta State now have agreed to become part of the Southeast in creating Anioma State, yesterday, Okowa, the former governor of Delta State, come out to vomit nonsense. I'm giving you an example. Do you know why? Because he's calculating his political career. Maybe being in South favored him for being a godfather. Do you understand? So he will continue to be relevant so far as they are there. But maybe creating another state is gonna make him lose that edge. He will not benefit him. So this is the way these people reason. That is why there must be sanity in Biafra land. All this nonsense ends.
Imana, so in the buy, I got to have the benefit of this 40 state of Biafra and the decentralization of things. Because no majority understand the benefit of that. I'm telling you. By now, so many people are of EQ in the platform. Amana talking Kawagudi, Mokia bo self-development. Common go the Eastern region development. Eastern region develop where alota most of the infrastructures there for the Eastern region back in the days. Katin say walk one, healthcare, walk one, in company, ibunye company car, nyere food driver, driver, drive onye ọrụ oyibo driver back in the days.
Of course.
Now you can imagine how it will be when each state develop themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not talking of Eastern region now. I'm talking of state it develop competition.
Yes.
That's why in it seems like in the buy obona hangwete is with the freedom then they can I wasn't you want to go to a king Abuja approve na not. No, this time around na village na state na ihu nchoku robu kanya na Dubai na competition. Enwe resources to do that. Do it. Ndị neighbor unu and then anyị fụ na nwegwu ka anyị si wee nọkọ ọnụ na efu na ụdị border anyị na-enwe state by state ya ama nke wụ actually border inwe ike ịgbafe pole eletrik ọnya border from one state to the other. Efu that na even two states might decide to be sharing power grid of its supply electricity depending on the agreement.
Obi-Wan, see, I'm not, Obi-Wan, please, I'm not interjecting, but let me just interject a little bit. You see, in Belgium and Holland, there's a place, Una. Okay, Una.
Yeah.
Una. But I'm not telling you that in a compound, in a place alone.
I know go weird border na Europe. Weird borders na Europe.
Maybe I will look. Not even this. Yeah, the things that I saw myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Just do you know why? How you will know it? You that is a visitor, but because if you have the line na kind of main road, I just well
exactly.
Yellow line, door A and door B. In Canada, Belgium, Holland. That is that. But if you go to St. Martin's is close to Miami. It's about an hour plus to Miami, but it's in Caribbean island. And with St. Martin's is just about a country that will be like it's not up to a local government in side-eye. Just if all the country under 30 minutes you will drive both the both islands. Yes, but it's a but it's two countries. One is French side, one is Holland side.
You
look at it, there is no border. There is nothing like border.
So
You can imagine all those things. But if you come to our place, they will try to castigate you, telling you this. Some of us, maybe some of our old people and those the people, the one that call themselves elite, they implant those things in their head to create that vacuum, that immunity. So others what they can wear him again as or they can wear here, for example, when you know Anambra or
Master, you guys are still talking, right?
Okay, my brother, we'll let you.
If you can, maybe if you can still talk, maybe if you want more minutes, I will give you that because I need to.
Ocean Master, can I finish? Can Jimmy hot him? Another, there is always another
No,
day.
you guys continue talking, but I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, let's open him up. So we can.
Let's Ocean Master.
Like how many minutes? How many minutes can you wait?
I ain't wear time. We don't have time.
We're just trying to use this. We are just using it to.
Tomorrow. I'll continue tomorrow then.
Okay, my brother.
Very well. Because more each at the back and I will begin about 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Anyway, thank you, Honorable, my Honorable Ocean Master, and Mr. Kai, and my River Goddess, if she's sleeping. I say salute and good night, guys. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.
Everyone, thank you very much. And Honorable, my name is Honorable Amarola Mare, ada mama maka ụmụ ihe honorable a na-enye ndị a ụmụ kwekwe ya n'isi ghọtago so so n'ihe dị n'ime ya bụ Maazị Kai, I really thank you for always making out time. God continue to reward you and reward your family for good. I want to remind our people that what we are discussing is Biafra. And Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said that it is Biafra or Biafra. Now, whatever you can do to support the government of USB, United States of Biafra, led by Dr. Nguzo Okweze, do it financially and otherwise. Then again, our DPM is contesting for the senatorial ship of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Biafrans, our genuine Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and the Alliance of Biafrans. It's a time to prove yourself. Irregardless of what you believe in Biafra quest, it is a time because it is +1 or it is plus for us, for Biafrans and the world at large. So we did do the needful. Pick up your card. Go and vote. Do not wait for anybody to be the campaigner yourself. Be the campaigner yourself. Every Biafran person, friends of Biafra that love Biafra genuinely, anything concerning Biafra, or you love Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, you love Maazị Simon Ekpa, you love Ojukwu, you love the freedom of our people. Pick up your card, vote on that day. Call your friends, call your friends, call your allies, call whoever, go and vote. And beside, know that it is the right time. We are going home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master. God bless you. And we are going to end it here. Thank you so much, my people. I greet all of you. Thank you so much. Please see you tomorrow. And don't forget that tomorrow being Friday is you have to take ID card. So go to DPM handle. The post and the link is there. Make sure you do not miss out on that. See you tomorrow. Good night. God bless you all. Thank you.